Boston? Boston? You mean where they threw tea into the harbor? Wait, actually? This actually sounds like it could be based. Okay, I'll give it a try, Chatty. Oh shit, why is that so loud?
Market, you can get the chicken America loves and the chicken America wants. Because now you can buy a whole chicken, double chicken, then slow chicken.
Is this
always the chicken America
okay? So this is an advertisement. BGM's still on. I'm fixing it. There you go.
Plop.
Plop.
I'm back. My name is Chef Ian Brutal Food.
His hair is so luxurious.
Plop.
His hair is so. Oh my
I'm
god.
Back. My name's.
Oh my god. There are women out there who would kill for these luscious fucking locks. What the hell?
Chef Ian Brutal Foods, and I haven't eaten anything in 5 months, and I'm about to break that streak with some Boston Market
Crazy fasting
frozen meals.
He has the same hair as you.
Give it to me. I was honestly never a huge fan of Boston
I'm gonna
Market
rip your hair
as
out.
a child, but maybe these
I bet he
nearly
uses 1 in 9
expired
shampoo.
frozen feasts
He better not.
will change my mind. Today I will be tasting the Boston.
He has the luxuriant locks of a dude on a romance novel cover. You joke, but I don't think they have enough long-haired men in romance novels or romance content in general. They keep making generic lover man every single time, and it's required that he's exactly 6'2". He has black hair, blue eyes, and he's, quote, smells like sandalwood.
Boston Market Salisbury steak, the chicken parmesan,
it's the same guy.
And of course the
Every
beef
time.
steak and pasta. All three very scary meals, especially because I haven't eaten a frozen dinner since.
I ate a frozen dinner yesterday.
I'm not sure
I
my
cannot
stomach
relate.
is really equipped for this, but let's get started. Salisbury steak in a savory beef gravy with rotel
hold on.
pasta in a creamy.
Real question, what is the difference between a regular steak and a Salisbury steak? What is the difference? No, I did not eat Hungry Man. I did not fucking poison myself last night.
I've tried.
That's not even true though, okay? I did not have a frozen meal. I reheated food from before. I bought some fried rice from like a local Chinese restaurant and had it delivered. And my tummy hurt for 5 hours after. Chatty, is that normal?
Salisbury steak seems to be the most
like genuinely needed to take pain medicine levels of pain.
It's also an excellent source of protein, which is maybe the only positive thing I'll say all day about it. I will say though, I'm not
Interesting. I don't know if I'd like
fan
that.
of mac and cheese. I think I've said this before, but I'm willing to give it a shot.
Chatty, I've got a great idea for a collab that I could bring so many women on here for, you know? But I don't know how to get it set up, but if I get it, it would be so peak. It'd be so peak, okay? And I'm not going to tell you what it is because somebody's going to steal my content, okay? That's how good it is. It's so fucking peak that everyone's going to steal my content. So I'm just going to tell you peak is coming. Peak is coming, guys. Once I figure this out, peak is so fucking close by, you wouldn't even believe how peak it gets.
Oh boy, that looks frozen.
Yeah, it's fucking frozen meal.
It's been long enough since I've opened one of these.
Holy shit!
I'm actually
the frozen meal has ice on it.
I get it. You know, mac and cheese. It's gonna look different when it's frozen because the cheese hasn't melted.
Oh, ew.
But that doesn't mean that I have to love how it looks. Because it looks weird.
Why does it look
honestly
like
a
that?
little more like ramen to me than noodles. I can actually smell it though. Like maybe not. I feel like I smell the mac and cheese. This is an airtight seal, so I don't really see how that's possible. But something smells cheesy.
Cheesy. Oh, this is it. This is my show. My show is on, Chatty. My fucking show is on. This is tickling my brain rot so good.
Salisbury steak. It smells pretty good. You know, I haven't smelled the smell in quite some time. Basically smells like a mixture of beef,
I know that's awful.
and
I know this is awful. I know this is bad. I can tell. I can just tell by looking at it. Wait.
Oh, so wet. Love a drippy
I hate
meal.
that. I
Everyone
hate
loves a
that. It's my
drippy
least
meal.
favorite thing about
Guess I'll
reheating
just put
food.
this in
When it
here.
gets all like wet and it's like,
don't have
oh, I'm
anywhere else to put
sweating, I'm
this. Let's go in here.
condensating
The
all over
cheese
you.
definitely
And I'm
needs
like,
to be
Abbott,
stirred.
stop condensating on me.
No. Cheese is very watery. Cheese is very
You've had this one before. The mac and cheese is goat. It does not look goat, bro. It does not look goat.
chicken. Reminds me a little bit of a wet nacho cheese just by the looks of it. Not really by the smell of it. Just smells like
I don't like that. That looks too thick for me.
cheese.
And yet too watery at the same time. Who are these random women?
You know, it's not repulsive.
Wow, that's high praise coming from the guy who hates
very
mac and
wet.
cheese.
I would say that the flavor is mild.
wet.
It's got like a hint of cheese. It's mostly water, but there's some cheese in there.
And yet that guy said that shit
I've
was
had
peak.
worse.
Mouth the last thing of the 29 months, I appreciate
Not
it.
a very big fan of mac and
29,
cheese.
let's
I'm
go.
gonna label this mac as okay.
5 out of 10. 5 points. It looks very cheesy. It's crazy to me how they never managed to get the cheese flavor right in these
I'm
dishes.
gonna downgrade it. The more I eat, the more I feel like I don't love it. I'm gonna downgrade it to kind of okay, which is still
I think the fact that he has such luscious locks in this video, I think that's kind of proof that he's very arrogant in this one, and so he's not being fair with his ratings. Because he's fucking full of himself in this video.
pretty good. But let's take a look next door over
Hydration?
here. The star of the show, the
Yeah, the fucking hair
Salisbury
changed him,
steak.
man.
You know, sometimes they put
You hate to
marking.
see
Oh, there
it.
they are. I was gonna say. Sometimes they
That
put
looks
fake grill
fucking
marks
god-awful.
on
That
the
looks
meat,
like
and,
mystery
yep,
meat.
there it
That
is.
looks like
I
lab-grown
like the
meat.
touch. I know it's fake, but I prefer to
You may think that lab-grown meat isn't real right now, but I promise you, it is real, it is out there, it is circulating in the market, it's being tested and trialed on you without your knowledge, because you cannot tell me that this is real meat from a cow.
see those grill marks on there.
Oh wow, grill marks, they definitely grilled that shit, 100% chance. See, Big Meat is not
Yep.
going to like that.
That's Salisbury steak. Kind of
Wrong, Big Meat is going to start doing the lab-grown meat.
like being back at a cafeteria. It kind of tastes like cafeteria food to me now. I mean, it's pretty good. It tastes exactly as it looks, like
Like slop?
a lump of miscellaneous meat smushed
Yeah, that checks
together
out. That
for
checks
my
out.
pleasure. Would I stand for line in it? No. Would I eat it in a food emergency? Also no.
You wouldn't-
Actually,
what?
I'm pretty hungry today, so it's doing a good job of
What? Wait. He'd rather die than eat this,
Filling me up.
yet he's eating it.
pretty standard
I'm telling
fare
you, the hair changed this guy. The hair changed this
for
guy.
a Salisbury steak, I'd say. I honestly think the biggest
Dude, this is
drawback
why they say
of this
pride
meal
comes before the fall.
is the mac and cheese. I would just prefer to have a nice, stash of mashed potatoes here. Pretty good.
You
I would-
hate
that's-
mashed
that is a
potatoes!
solid-
You're fucking lying! Chatty, we have seen 3 of this man's videos before, and every time he gets mashed potatoes in a frozen meal, he's always shitting on it and saying it's garbage. Now all of a sudden, you'd rather have some fucking mashed potatoes? You're fucking full of shit. Dude, the hair changed him for
Salisbury
real.
steak. If you're a fan of frozen Salisbury steak, you won't be disappointed by this one. And if you like mac and cheese, hey, this might end up being the meal for you. When you look at the
No.
reviews of this, though, it's kind of
Quality
taken a
is
beating.
plummeted.
People don't
Holy
really love
shit.
this Salisbury
2.8
steak meal.
average is
This review
insane.
here seems to imply that an older version of this meal used real mushrooms, and that made me want to kind of search around for anything that looked like a mushroom, and I'm not able to find anything. Like, is this a mushroom? Not really sure.
What the hell?
No.
Damn, 2.8 is
No,
super high for this. No, Chatty. No. Okay? If there was something on the internet and the review didn't start with at least a 4, you should not touch it. You should avoid it like the plague. Do you know how fucking bad something has to be to get less than at least 4 fucking stars? It has to be genuinely unsafe for consumption. It has to,
Here we
kill
go. This was
people.
substantial. This is a substantial lump of something.
That would, like, for example, if you go on Amazon and you buy something and it just has like a 15% RNG chance of killing the person who buys it, it would still have like a 3.2.
I think that was a mushroom. The gravy tastes like wet dog food, so does the Salisbury steak for that matter. And you can't
people
even
must have
tell the
luscious
mushrooms
locks
are
as
mushrooms.
well.
They look like bits of wet bread and taste about the same as wet bread. Accurate.
It looks like wet bread. It really does. Russ, thank you for the 100 biddies. Lucy, you're so damn cool. I love your humor. Also, that steak looks worse than dog food. It doesn't look worse than dog food. I'd rather eat that than dog food.
Vaguely
then again, I'm not a
reminiscent
dog.
of good mac and cheese.
Maybe a dog would think this shit is slop.
Vaguely reminiscent of
This shit's slop. Look at the
and
shit
meat
humans are
that
eating,
is
bro.
The correct shape. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a guess and say that this is gonna be the best meal of the three. I've always been a fan of the Salisbury steak.
That's sad.
So I decided to start with the least intimidating. But now it's time to move on.
Have you seen the dog test? See if a dog will eat it. Some dogs are picky,
Next
you know?
up is chicken.
My kitty's chicken.
Lightly breaded,
And I'm not talking
all-white
about
meat
a
chicken
metaphor.
on a bed of fresh pasta in a rich marinara sauce.
Wait, this kind of looks peak,
Now,
though.
usually
This
I
kind
feel
of
like
looks
these
peak.
things have quotes
The picture
on
looks
the box
good. I know
about
it's
how
gonna be
delicious
ass.
they are. I see no such quotes on this box. All they're
Yeah, I already
willing
know
to
the
brag
photo's
about
lying.
is that this is
All
all
white?
meat chicken. A chicken parmesan.
They be calling me an all-white meat chicken the way that I can't play horror games without screaming.
Seems like a really tricky meal to make as a frozen experience. It is a clear combination of two very different textures. You've got the gooiness of the noodles and the sauce mixed with
This
that
isn't even the right
crispy
noodles.
outside
This
of the
is
chicken.
this
The
is a
question we have to ask
misportrayal.
ourselves here is, do we think that a microwave meal will be able to produce a crispy chicken parmesan? My guess is no. You know, the picture here, the top on the chicken, looks a lot like
I don't believe it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
And I think that's a great
It does look
sign.
similar. It does look similar. But not really. But yeah, but not really. Like, I see it, but I also don't see it, and you sound crazy.
Looks like a lasagna.
Why was it upside
looks
down?
very lasagna-esque. I will say that it does look immediately more appealing than the Salisbury steak did. There's a lot more going on here. You've got the noodles, you've got the cheese, you've
I
got
don't know.
the chicken,
I'm already
you've
lied
got the
to.
sauce. It all looks
I'm already
pretty
lied
good.
to.
It's just that one crispy
I'm betting that
question
this is really
that
bland.
looms. But let's
I
get
also
started.
think
Let's
it's probably
cook it
very
up.
bland.
Let's
Yeah,
cook
and
it
it's
up.
going to be very soggy.
Let's cook it up.
Meal number
All
2.
right.
That is a
Chicken
lasagna. What the
parm.
hell?
Good
That
old
really does look
chicken
like
parm.
lasagna. Is it supposed to be? We should airdrop these over Italy and see what happens.
It's quite warm. This looks pretty,
Are you saying America should begin a terrorist strike against Italy?
I don't know. I feel like this looks okay.
Holy shit.
I've had good luck with the frozen spaghetti in the past, so that should be fine. It's mostly this chicken that I'm not jazzed to eat, but I don't know. I don't
Guys,
know.
no politics in my
I don't
chat.
know.
Come on.
There's a tiny section
looks
of
gross.
chicken
Oh,
that
God.
has no sauce on it. I'm gonna go for that first because I think it's gonna be the crispiest. Come on. Ate it. Smushy.
Wow!
No.
And
This
that's
is
the
literally
part
the
that
opposite
just
of
didn't
what
even
I
have any
want
sauce
type of
on it.
fried chicken to be. It's very wet. The breading, especially on the bottom, very, very soggy.
The thing about like chicken is if it's breaded, you don't want it to get soggy. But if it's like regular chicken, it's fine if it gets wet because it's just like a sauce on top of the chicken. So why would you put bread on it when putting bread on it and then getting it soggy is what ruins it? Just leave it bare.
Not even a hint of a crunch remaining. In fact, on the bottom, the breading has basically come completely off just because
That's so
of
bad.
how
That's so
wet
bad.
and soggy it is. I'm honest, I'm barely
You've
even-
never been a fan of frozen food for some reason, to be honest. Tails the Fox, nobody is a fan of frozen food. People eat frozen food because that's their life. That's the way that their life just ended up, that they're there that day fucking needing to heat up a frozen meal. Nobody would choose or enjoy frozen food. It's there for those who have no other choice. It's the
tasting
last
it. I'm
fucking
so
option.
focused on the texture that I can't taste it. It tastes like
It's the
marinara
autism.
sauce with a little bit of cheese, just a little bit. I guess I have to go in for at least one more to make sure. I'm trying to figure out if I can taste the chicken. They're bragging
Just
about their
looking at it
all-white
makes me
meat chicken,
uncomfortable.
and it's about the tiniest, saddest
Why are they
little
allowed
piece
to
of
lie
chicken
with
I
these
ever did
boxes,
see.
man? It's so wet. Chatty, my chicken is wet. That doesn't sound as sexy.
I really don't like it. The breading and the cheese and the sauce is almost this gelatin consistency.
Ooh.
It's like a piece of thin chicken wrapped in a marinara flavored jello. That is how I would describe this, and I'm not into it.
It's fucking nasty. Lucy, I think your chicken is raw. It's not meant to be wet. I don't have a chicken. I got no chicken. I got no meat in here right now. Do I? No.
The spaghetti's
meat.
not much better. Very wet, very noodly.
Well, at least spaghetti's
very
supposed to be wet and
flavorless.
noodly.
I feel like with a lot
Me, when I describe a spaghetti and I say it's wet and noodly, and you're like, whoa, that must mean it's bad. What the fuck are you talking about?
of marinaras, you can tell just visually if it's a nice, thick, and tasty marinara, or if it's a watery, sad marinara.
Lucy,
And
you should order some
it's
food for
pretty
you to
clear
eat.
which one.
Are you telling me to become a DoorDash girly? Are you telling me to become an Uber Eats whore? Are you telling me to sign up for Klarna and start putting all of the money that I make from streaming not back into the stream, but into fucking ordering food every single day so I can have a personal taxi for my burrito? We're talking about burritos a lot today, aren't we?
We have here, I think.
$40 for a $15 meal because of all the fees.
No. It's a shame that I dislike the chicken so much because it's really where all of the flavor is. The noodles,
Yikes.
despite how nice and seasoned
How?
they look,
How?
don't.
How do you fuck that up? Because it's literally covered in sauce. Like, there's so much sauce. How is it flavorless?
Really taste like much. It's just not good.
Ugh.
It's not good. The sauce isn't good. The noodles aren't good. About the only thing I really want to eat is the all-white meat chicken, but I can't get to it because it's
Just tear the breading
in
off
a
and eat it.
jello of gross.
No, just take it. Just take off the bread. Yeah. Oh my God, he's doing what I said.
If we remove the breading,
Maybe I'm not
right,
smart.
let's remove the breading. In the culinary industry,
that
we
save
call
this?
this
Can that fix
food
it?
surgery, and it is encouraged. In fact, this is considered to be a very fancy way to eat your meal. You just gotta remove the parts that you don't like.
Why is this like a horror movie? It is a horror
Eventually,
movie. This is
you'll be
the state of
left
frozen
with-
food in America, man. Shit,
Doesn't
welcome.
that look good? See, that's what I don't like. This right here, this is the breading on the chicken that was surgically removed.
I float up.
Yeah, it looks
Float
gross.
up. I had a
Now we've
nightmare
got a
and I
chicken
float
with
up. Can I
less
sweep into bed with
breading.
you?
The chicken's not bad. If
Why
can
would you
get
do the
to
open
it,
mouth emoji
the
at
chicken's
throw up?
not bad.
Nah, I'm about to
Everything
throw up
else,
again, but turn around and not
absolutely
do it
terrible.
into your fucking mouth.
The
freak.
second saddest thing I've ever put in my mouth. Well said, mystery reviewer on Walmart.com. You know, I noticed
Breading
on Walmart.
looks like foreskin? What? I think your foreskin's infected. Go to the doctor.
Walmart.com, they seem to have hid
What do you
the review
mean?
section. I don't know if they did that to specifically hide it from me, but I was personally
Gross
offended.
diseased.
Nobody makes chicken like Boston Market. Now, Boston Market chicken is ready in your freezer.
Now, I was led to believe by watching all of these Boston Market
A squirrel.
commercials as preparation for this video that chicken is Boston
Hydration, thank you.
Market's
Thank you for
their big
letting me
thing.
drink.
They used to be called
Appreciate that.
Boston chicken. That's how much chicken means to them. And I kind of think this is a disgrace. I think that if Mr. Boston, the founder of Boston Market,
Oh.
were to see this chicken today, he would cry.
He looks
I
like
guess.
Mr.
I
Joe
actually
on
don't
the
know
street.
anything about Boston. Beef steak. Beef steak.
Beef steak.
Beef steak and pasta.
That's gonna be slop.
Everybody loves
That's
a
gonna be
good
slop.
beef
That's gonna be
steak
fucking
and
slop.
pasta.
I know it. That's gonna be
What is
fucking
the
slop.
difference between a beef steak and
One look.
steak?
Slop.
Not sure. Maybe it's just for clarification. So it's not a pork steak. It's not a chicken steak. It's a beef steak and pasta with
Those sure are
malfata
some
pasta
cows.
and mushrooms smothered in a
Taco.
savory brown
What's up?
gravy.
I'm
the feature
brain
here
dead today,
is
so we're
slow
reacting.
cooked
That's not why
prime
we're reacting,
beef
but it is helping.
roast
I
rib.
think.
I'm a big fan of mushrooms. I'm a big fan of savory gravy.
I'm
and
not a big fan
huge
of mushrooms, okay? I'm not a big fan of mushrooms. I'm not a fan of the texture. I'm not a fan of the flavor. There's just something about them. It's got like a weird aftertaste. Not a big mushroom fan.
And
Lord have mercy, just entered and got an ad.
okay.
Your username is Queso's Booty Flakes. What was your first, game console? Like, what was your first ever game console? Queso's Booty Flakes? You see, yeah, we have like a free Switch 2 giveaway for people under the age of 18. Yeah. Technically, I had a NES from my dad, but I never played it till I was 6. That's crazy. Actually, that's not crazy at all. Because you were like a have none? Shit, now what do I do? Well, shit, now what do I do? Hey, 6'7"! 6'7"! What do you think of that? What do you think of that? On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny is that to you? On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny is 6'7" to you personally? And what kind of impact has it had on your life? I need a 4-sentence paragraph, double-spaced, 12-point font times New Roman. 0? Well, that's because you're stupid. 6.7 out of 10? Shit, I think some of you might actually be children. I think some of you... Negative 67 out of 10? That sounds like... I don't know, guys. I don't know. That sounds like somebody who's definitely Gen Alpha, who's trying to hide it really, really well, who's trying to hide it. They're like, I hate 6'7". I would never laugh at 6'7". And then they're giggling, like, under their breath, because it's like, because the new thing is, I got, like, hella money. That's the new thing, and I like that more now. Like, I know that's what's going through your head. 1, it literally destroyed a whole generation. No, it didn't! There's nothing wrong with 6'7". It's just a little funny, cute thing that you can bring up whenever the number 6'7" come up, because they come up often, and then you just like 6'7". It's not bad. I never understand what this shit is. But your name is Queso's Booty Flakes. I thought you might be fucking 12. Okay, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and assume you looked at the rules and you're 18 plus. Okay, what does it make me if... Wait, what? What does it make me if my hernia is almost voting age? Start planning your funeral now. Make sure you have your will down, written, and that you have power of attorney, and you have a lawyer who is able to actually fight for your will to be taken out in court, okay? And by the way, I have some advice for you. I learned this. You have to put down, like, if you don't want money to go to a person, you do have to put them in the will, but you have to give them, like, leave them $1 so that everyone knows it was intentional, that you only left them $1 and you didn't just, like, forget them. So you make it personal and leave them $1 in the will if you fucking hate them. All right.
I feel like I really need to give
Sorry,
up
let's go
the
back to our
idea
slop.
that one of these frozen meals is actually
That looks
gonna
molded.
look appetizing.
Why does that look molded?
Because they never do.
Is that molded?
Looks fine. You got noodles, you got beef steak, presumably, and then you got gravy. That's what they said would
What
be
is
in
that
here.
at the top?
So I'm not surprised.
Am I
to
crazy? That
find
looks like
it
fucking
there.
mold.
It's frozen. It's cold. It's beef steak.
It's frozen, that's sauce droplets, but what if that's what they want you to think? That's what the mold wants you to think, so that they can start growing fucking spores in your head.
Alright, somebody fucking end me already. This...
I think I also gave in to Big Mold because I have some bagels that I forgot that I bought 3 weeks ago, and I looked at them and they were unopened and they don't have any visible mold on them, so I've just been eating them. I got like hella mold colonies.
This might do it. This smelled awful while cooking. It didn't smell like a nice gravy. It didn't smell like a nice beef steak. It just
Wait.
smells
This reminds me of Hamburger Helper. That shit's fire. Wait, this could be good.
looks very brown. It's
not that bad. Guys.
Rustic
This is a look
meal.
of my childhood.
It's just so wet. These are really thick noodles.
Okay. Well, how's it taste?
It's just so slimy. Just slimy. I don't want a slimy noodle. It's like these are overcooked, too mushy.
But, Your Honor, you're the cook. You put it in the microwave.
Not sure. You know, it's not bad. As shocking as it is.
See, it's Hamburger Helper.
That's not too bad.
Hamburger Helper
It
Pig.
reminds me of a nice, slow roasted beef something or another. Out of all three meats today, this one is by far and away my favorite. It doesn't feel like an amalgamation of different grounded meats like the Salisbury steak does.
This arrogant man
and
is
it's also
satisfied.
not coated in a disgusting gelatinous
Wait, why is my
paste
mouse?
like
Okay, I don't know how I turned on this setting, but I did by accident. My mouse is genuinely doing like a fucking rave party right now. With it's doing like the RGB thing where it's like, literally, if I had epilepsy, I would be having a seizure right now, fucking falling onto the floor by accidentally turning the setting on my mouse. How the fuck do I change this shit? Hold on. Okay. Wait, maybe I think I fixed it. I think I fixed it.
chicken Alfredo. This is like a nice roast. It feels like a real piece of meat.
Did you press the
and
DPI
I
button?
enjoy
Indeed, I
eating
did.
it. Not too shabby. I'm gonna continue.
Okay. Wow, he might actually eat all of it. And now he's taking like thirst shots of it.
It reminds me of a nice beef stew. I was ready for
So
this
you're
to be
done
my least
complaining?
favorite one, but that's really good.
Wow,
The
I'm gonna
problem
buy this one.
Is that this tasty beef steak,
Steel
you had to
Throne, welcome.
dig through these disgusting, sloppy noodles to find it.
Are you kidding me? He only likes the steak parts. This is like watching a child ignore every other thing on their plate other than the meat pieces and leave everything else.
The noodles are what, 70, 75, maybe even 80% of this meal?
This is crazy.
And I think they're disgusting. But before I even realized I'd done it, I've picked through the entire meal and eaten every single piece of beefsteak
This is
from this
crazy.
meal. Voluntarily.
67% actually. Forced 6-7.
Well, if you're a
Forced
fan of
6-7.
beefsteak and
I
you're
give
a
you
fan
that.
of
I give that a 3 out of
disgusting
10.
noodles, this is your meal right here. I'll try another noodle. Maybe I just need to give the noodles a more chance.
Why does
I
he
really
add
don't
the
like 'em.
weird
Just not a
cartoon
big
crunch
pasta
sound
guy.
effect?
I like a ravioli, a
Shocks
stuffed
me every time.
ravioli, but just
I do have to say, this looks completely different to me on here. Because this looks like Hamburger Helper, and this looks like it's got like pieces of bacon in it. I don't know. The meat just looks like bacon here for some reason.
floppy noodle, not really my thing. So there we have these
Wow.
3 frozen Boston Market meals. I gotta
Guys,
say,
I think Boston Market
they
is kind of
were
fucked.
fine.
Except for the
I
Hamburger
honestly
Helper
think
mix.
the biggest crime of some of these frozen meals is that they're pretty much indistinguishable from any other brand. So if this is more expensive than a
Is it more
Banquet
expensive?
or a Hungry Man, I don't know that you go for any of this. I don't think that the Boston Market label
Wait, you
makes
mean we should
it
learn to cook our own
any
food?
better of food. In fact, I'm not sure that Boston Market has a hand in preparing this food at all. At the end of the day, though, Boston Market is known for
Ew.
its home-styled cooking, and this is
Bullshit.
pretty much the opposite of that. Now, if I'm gonna rank these, chicken parmesan easily last place.
Yeah,
I would
looked
not
like
feed
ass,
this
looked like
to my worst
garbage.
enemy. To my worst enemy, I would
You know, have you ever noticed there are a lot of people who are like, I would never do this to my worst enemy. I would never do this. Are they even really your worst enemy then? Are they even your worst enemy? If you wouldn't do just like it's not even like you're hurting their life. You're just fucking making them eat some nasty chicken parmesan that's a frozen meal. You wouldn't even enjoy watching them not like that? Really? You're not a true hater. You're a fake hater.
feed nothing, and they would die in a hole a pit
With
or
bits of
a well
microplastics
some
in it,
sort.
we're all infected,
The bigger
man.
decision is beefsteak versus Salisbury steak. And both beefs I enjoyed. This was a higher quality beef.
Yeah, beefsteak
but
has to be the
I still
best
like
one.
a Salisbury steak.
No,
It
you don't.
tastes
You were shitting on
weird,
it the whole time.
But in a way that I like. The
No,
problem's
no,
in the
you don't
pasta.
like it. You're
This
lying.
has
You got
wet,
rose-colored
runny
glasses.
mac and cheese, which I actually kind of liked.
No.
Like these long tapeworm
Oh my god.
noodles
Oh my god.
that
He's gonna rank this so badly. I just know it.
it's
Hamburger,
tough.
help me get my
I
shit
think
together.
If I had to
Riku,
pick a
you should
meal,
make that
I'm
like a
talking
real
whole
slogan.
Meal, I gotta sit down
And we should
eat
market
it,
it
for dinner.
to people who are in
I'm
university.
going with the Salisbury steak.
They would
because
love that
it's
shit.
more beef. It might not be as good quality, but it's still pretty tasty. And I didn't hate the side.
I've never
I think I could
disagreed
get
with a
through
man
most of the
more.
mac and
I've never
cheese
disagreed
and
with a
kinda,
man
you know,
more.
Like, trick myself into enjoying it. I'll just lie to myself enough saying, oh, you like
Literal
it, you like it,
years
you
of
like
me
it, and
being a
eventually it'll be
misogynist,
gone.
and now it's finally time to change to
And that
misandry,
was
all because
Boston
of this
Market.
one man
I
with
did
his
not
luscious
enjoy
locks.
my trip to frozen Boston Market. I wouldn't really recommend it to anybody, but if you're a fan of frozen food and you
Who's a
choose
fan of frozen
to visit
food?
frozen Boston Market,
I say that, but there's probably some real people who are just like, my hobby is trying frozen meals. My hobby is just like going around. Wait, what? Why the hell am I here when I was supposed to start here? Okay. Well, I've made a couple of mistakes in my life. I actually wanted to start this stream with this one called the Hentai Incident, which looks really. You wanted to! You wanted to! You wanted to! No, guys. Guys. It was an accident. I meant to do this one, I swear. Swear.
I got in trouble when I was,
There's a lot of stories that you say that begin
Oh,
with,
okay. I
got in
see what this
trouble.
is.
a stern talking to because when I was about 14 years old,
Okay.
my parents called me downstairs.
Oh,
They said,
no.
Zach, we need to talk to you. I recognize that tone of voice.
They
Nothing
call you
good
your full
ever
name?
follows these words. Though I feel like my parents pranked me at one point because they called me downstairs and they were like, we need to talk to you. And then they revealed that they had bought me a pump-action shotgun. And I was like, hey, everything's happy.
Best 12th birthday ever!
12?
I actually got a 22 long rifle for my 12th birthday.
Come on!
This is so America pilled. This
My
is so
parents
America
called me
pilled.
downstairs one day and they said, Zach, we need to talk
Yes. For those of you in Europe, this is completely normal buying a 12-year-old a shotgun.
to you. And they just had a stack of 7 or 8 pages of hentai that had printed off of the computer.
Because, you know, the parents don't want to be implicated when they take it to school. They just want it to be like all the kids' fault. That's where they absolve themselves of their responsibility. So around 12 is when they just gift them their shotgun.
Where did you store these
hydration.
normally?
I didn't save any of them. I would print them off. But apparently, in my rush to close down the computer because my
good.
parents had gotten home, and I was like,
Damn,
I
this
must
gamer
scrub
ship's
all
fire
evidence
today.
of my misdoings.
Yeah. So you
Um,
closed it down, but there were still jobs pending.
So the next time they turned on the computer, it just started going blip, 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 and
Oh,
blasting
shit.
out pictures of Tifa just buck naked.
Holy
Tentacles
face!
everywhere.
Wasn't into tentacles yet.
Yet.
Tentacles would come later.
Nah.
literally
From womb
and
to tomb.
metaphorically. The thing was, I don't think they knew what anime was.
Oh.
Let alone that cartoons could even be like that. So they were just more confused. What is this? Why are these cartoon women naked?
It's
What are we
porn,
looking
Mom,
at here?
and it's art.
Can you explain this?
What? How did you explain it to them?
I think I was just so traumatized by the event of my parents finding some of my porn that I blanked most of it
Oh,
from my
no.
memory.
And that was when clever Zach had an idea.
Oh,
a
no.
most devious idea. He said to his parents, "Oh, mother, these are instructional drawings on how to behave around women. We're a
What?
tentacle monster." I'm learning.
That's Wow. Wow. That's clever. That's a clever way of getting kicked out of your own house.
I'm learning. Don't print these out anymore. Whatever you're doing, Stop.
She knew.
No.
No more of this, please.
No more of this, please. I did get caught at one point because this was before I knew about search history or like the internet
Rookie
browser
mistake.
history.
Rookie mistake.
They found out that I had gone to a bunch of pornographic websites.
Gasp.
Not hentai, pornographic websites.
Double gasp. With actual women this time.
I remember
Oh my
one
God.
that covered herself
Mistake.
in spaghetti
Worst
sauce
mistake. Worst
in
mistake.
a sensual manner.
Not even marinara sauce. Disgusting.
Ew.
Chunky.
Whore.
Dude, they talk just like me.
Your parents were mildly happy that the women were real this time.
This was before
Oh.
the hentai incident, which shall be referred to as the hentai incident.
The tentacle.
If I noticed that my son had changed from watching hentai to watching real women, I would be disappointed.
Apocalypse.
There weren't any tentacles in it.
Okay.
It wasn't until later. One of them.
I go on Reddit like, I think my son is growing up to be a normie.
Places, but it wasn't a tentacle. I seem to remember lots of images of Tifa, even though I didn't like Final Fantasy VII.
What?
I just like Tifa.
I can't believe you would admit
Why
to
wouldn't
that.
you? She's the protagonist, isn't she? I don't know. I've not played that game.
I don't know. I've never played it.
They don't know
Why does the
shit.
computer
They don't
say
know
that it went
ball.
to these pornographic websites? And I said, "Oh no, I am such a young and innocent boy. I was on this website here that talks about Star Wars, and there's this advertisement here, and it just started popping up things
Did anyone else used to not know what tabs were? So you would just open multiple different windows to look at things, and you used to have like 50 windows open at a time?
for this website because pop-ups are a thing. Boy, they sure are." It started popping up.
Those
It
of you
certainly
saying
was not
no,
me.
congratulations
You're a
on
good
being
and
born a
innocent
fucking
child.
genius.
And they bought it. And they went, "Okay, well, don't go to that website anymore." And I said, "Of course, my dear parents, I would never
Of
do
course.
such a thing." And then the next night I was down there looking at porn on the computer again.
But it always was the worst when you got an actual virus or something on
It's
your computer
happened to me.
that would
It's
cause
happened
those
to
pop-ups
me.
to appear
Yeah,
nonstop.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Jeez.
That was a real plague back in the day.
That's how I learned how to fix things on computers, because something like that would happen, and I'd be like, "I don't know what the hell to do," and so I'd go out.
This naked lady keeps popping up every 5 minutes. This is not good.
You need to teach your kids about internet safety. And by internet safety, I mean ad block. And you need to teach them immediately.
This is not what I'm supposed to have happen. This laptop is only supposed to be for schoolwork.
And we're not at the chapter where we study naked ladies having sex. This is a microbiology
Y'all had that class?
I'm gonna get in so much trouble. We had the kid's laptop that was a Toshiba laptop. It was a
Toshiba makes
massive
laptops?
piece of garbage, but it went on the internet, and something would happen on it, and I would be like, "Oh shit!" Close the laptop, hide it somewhere, and then go onto the family computer and be like, "Pop-ups not stop happening. How fix?"
This happened to me as well. This happened to me as well. I got one of those viruses, Chatty. I got one of those viruses where like the real women ladies would pop up with like their tits and their pussies out there. How did you fix that? I lied about how they got on my computer, and I took it to my stepdad, who is tech savvy, and I got him to fix it.
And it's like, yeah, just hit Control, Delete, and just like close the program down. Oh my God! Open the laptop up. Suddenly,
Did
I
he
turn
buy
into
it?
a
I
hacker
really
and
don't
just
care at this
bash
point,
away.
you know?
It's crazy
That's a
how
dead
much
memory.
porn runs the universe.
It's the Hentai Hour. My name is Zach. Welcome to the Hentai Hour. This week's offering is by the mangaka Dr. P.
Dr. P, what?
It's a really excellent story about a young boy who falls in love with a girl from his school who he wrongfully assumes is a member of the Yakuza.
Is that a
Wait,
real
that sounds
thing?
kind
That
of
is a
peak.
real thing. It's one of my favorite ones.
Okay.
That sounds pretty peak, actually.
I don't have a favorite. I like them all.
The problem with hentai, it's very rarely these two characters are in love.
So
also,
true.
they have sex in this story.
So true.
You could stop right there and it'd be enjoyable for a lot of people.
Hentai comics that are like that are great because it's just like I'm really happy that these two
So
characters are in love and they
true!
get to consummate their relationship.
So
Look at these two
True.
human beings enjoying life together, sharing a sensual,
So true!
candid moment with each other. Not every hentai needs to show the penis from the vagina's point of view.
That's always kind of weird.
What?
The ones
What? Show the penis from the vagina's point of view? Wait, what are they talking about? Wait, what is this? I think he means X-ray? You mean okay, this is X-ray? What?
the ones that I don't like is it's like, oh, look at this
I hate
young
X-ray.
couple in love. They care about each other so much. And also, here's this big fat ugly guy who's just gonna steal this girl away because he
true.
knows some information
Every
about
time,
her. God
every
damn
time,
it, I
man.
don't want to read this anymore.
It's all. There is a problem with porn in general. Where
No,
there's too
really?
many guys involved. There's a one woman and one.
That's a hot take. That's a hot take, man. Because usually when I open up hentai, it's a bunch of boobies. And there's one guy who gets all the boobies. And they're not sharing any boobies. What do you mean there's a guy problem in hentai? This guy, you don't know what you're talking about.
Guy? Still too many guys. You don't have to make him 300 pounds, though.
You fucking fat phobic piece of shit! Cancel these two guys! What does it matter if he has like 300 pounds? It doesn't matter if he's ugly, okay? Ugly bastards can get pussy too. So why are they constantly making the ugly bastards blackmail the women into like NTR situations? Now that's the real question you have to ask yourself, because maybe the people drawing the ugly bastards are part of the hateful agenda.
God, we are just getting so far into talking about hentai.
Because when you make him 300 pounds, but the girl's only 100, that means 75% of the sex is guy.
I just think you're crazy if you don't like, the size difference, okay? That gets my penis to stand up, so maybe you're just unbased.
Yeah, this is great. Look how in love these two characters are. Who's this big fat guy? What the fuck is happening? No! If one of the people in the porn does not look like they're having a good time, I am out.
I do feel this way, though.
I do not want to have anything to do with that.
I do feel this way, though. You know, even if it starts out not that way, it has to end that way. Otherwise, I can't get into it. If the girl isn't nutting her brains out by the end, I can't watch it.
Fair enough.
I've watched porn before and been like, yeah, I can get into this. I have watched a porn.
A porn?
How dare you, Zach?
Tonight's big news. Zach watched a porn.
Wow.
I have watched
Millions of lives have been shattered.
millions dead.
I thought you didn't watch the whole hentai?
What?
I watch the sex parts. I don't watch the plot.
Chain of events went from.
Apparently it was the porn that summons Cthulhu.
How is this that crazy?
Okay. We're all familiar with that one.
You watch just the right amount of tentacle porn when the stars align and Cthulhu will emerge from the dreaming city of Roulette.
How do I
and
make
lay
this
waste to
happen?
mankind.
The Necronomicon.
So gross.
Wait, that's a fire tentacle doujinshi name. The Necronomicon is crazy. Holy, yeah, we need to steal that one. Somebody needs to steal that and make a tentacle hentai right now. Batman becomes a Discord mod. I'm a little afraid, but okay.
I'm the only thing standing between this city and chaos.
Yeah.
Guys, please keep the memes out of general chat.
It really do be like that. It really do be like that. Mods really do be like that. And then you have to pretend that they're human beings deserving of respect.
I'm going to have to start banning.
Hello, Mr. Wayne. You want to help me measure my hog with this monster cam?
Dodo in the Robin outfit.
Robin, don't call me that. I'm on Discord.
Oh, you want me to use your full name, Bruce Wayne? Kind of a mouthful, but I'm used to those.
Bruh, what's Bruce Wayne doing at Batman's house? Shut it. Robin, in case you can't see, I'm very busy moderating Discord.
You're always on Discord, and all you do is ban people and slide into feminine men's DMs and beg them to fight crime with you.
And in case you forgot, we're under quarantine now.
That is kind of Batman's MO when you really start dissecting the series.
I'm working from home.
But what about crime?
There's online crime. This guy just posted a meme making fun of Discord mods.
Online
Do you really think I can let that stand?
Is there anyone anyone even left in your server?
They were all degenerates.
Holy improbability, Batman. Someone joined your server.
Joker, I thought I banned you.
Batman, I have 47 alternative accounts.
What do you want, Joker?
Alright, Batman, I'll cut to the chase. You see, my father was a gamer. So naturally, he was violent.
Joker, get to the point.
Alright, Batman, if you don't give me one month
Joker
of
voice is
Discord
perfect.
Nitro, I'm gonna say the N-word.
Joker, you've gone too far this time.
Didn't he blow up a hospital last week?
I know, he's getting worse.
What'll it be, Batman?
Joker,
You can't let him
I
say
can't
the
afford
N-word.
Nitro.
What? I thought you were rich. Where's my $50?
I made some bad crypto investments. That dog was just so
Many
funny.
such cases.
I actually had to move in with Robin number 7.
What happened to the other Robins?
Assault,
They
why are your
died.
eyebrows blonde?
Oh, so you got a new sidekick, Batman. Alright, I'm changing the deal. I won't say the gamer word if you send me a picture of Robin's thighs.
Oh, black, but wait, they're doing hentai dojinshi right here, dude. This is the blackmail portion.
No, Batman, those pics are for members only.
What are you, gay or something, Joker?
No, you have to subscribe to my fancy for that.
No deal.
I'm not the one who put his cute
Guys, is this really Batman and Astolfo, or is this iDubbbz and his wife?
boy butt in spandex, Batman.
I'm grooming them. I mean training them to fight scum like you.
Yeah, why doesn't my outfit have pants?
Hydration!
If I can grow up without parents, you can grow up without pants.
All of this mod power and no way to stop me.
Bad computer, track Joker's IP.
What?
What?
Location found.
Found the...
Why did you try to say that word?
Batman, wait.
Holy.
Batman, he was just doing
I just want to point out the amount of effort that must be going into making this animation is pretty crazy.
a little trolling.
Memes have no place in Discord, Robin. Why are you laughing, Joker?
All I wanted was Robin's thigh pics, and you brought them straight to me.
Why do you want the pictures, Joker? To prove that deep down, everybody's just as gay as you are.
Batman, I'm not the one spelunking in Robin's bussy.
But you wish you were! I need like 12 episodes of that. It can't just end that way. I don't think they should end it that way. You should make a sequel. I need more. I need more. Okay, this says Pokemon used to be Japanese. This is probably going to be a very autistic video, which I'm here for it.
Huh? Have
Huh?
a donut.
Have a donut, Chatty! I love a jelly-filled donut!
Donut.
These donuts are great. Donut.
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 Donut!
Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut. Donut.
You know, localization, maybe it was always bad. I find these especially egregious, though. I don't know. Are we really that afraid to teach children about cultures different than their own?
Hey, Shaves. Those are not jelly donuts, of course. Those are onigiri, or rice balls. Fans treat this infamous moment as an English dub going too far, trying to hide Japanese culture from an American audience. But nobody seems to bring up the scene before, showing Professor Oak in his whole-ass Japanese house.
Guys. Kids aren't gonna know that this is Japanese.
With tatami mats and screens and tea and everything. The Pokemon anime was a very Japanese show, at least in the beginning, which was different from previous anime hits on American television, like Speed Racer or Star Blazers. Even if the Japanese writing all had to be covered up, or
That's
they
so
had to
fucking
adapt
funny.
more than a few Japanese puns.
See? Maybe it's a counterpiece.
A Caterpie. Wait, that's Peak, though.
The English dub couldn't hide all the Japanese cuisine and fashion and architecture and cultural references that are in plain sight. It exposed our generation to
I like
Japanese
the
culture
Squirtle
and better
Yakuza.
acclimated us to anime, if only for a short while. Gradually, the Pokemon anime sands off everything that made it Japanese in favor of a more universal, broad, arguably generic culture.
I feel like the new Pokemon art style is kinda... It's not soulless, but it just doesn't feel like it has the same energy, and I'm not sure what it is, but I think I just kind of hate the new anime style in general, where everything is like lines so thin that they're almost invisible, and the colors are more pastel and light. I really miss when the colors were more saturated and the lines were thicker.
This video will explore some of the
But maybe
early
that's just
anime's
nostalgia
ties to
speaking,
Japan
I don't know.
and explain why this quality faded away. Pokemon used to be Japanese!
He's gonna be talking shit about me, I just know it. He's gonna be like, actually, they never changed anything!
Since everyone already knows about the jelly donuts, let's start with the food. To give the dub some credit,
The real problem is that they took out the episode where James and Jesse were at the beach and James had, like, tits.
actually do call them rice balls.
That was the worst thing they could have done.
These rice balls are pretty good.
When you got lemons, you make lemonade. And when you got rice,
Then
you
why
make rice
ever
balls.
call them donuts?
That's because you visually see Brock making them. And it would probably make things more confusing for kids to say that this is how you make jelly donuts. That's the methodology for many of the changes the dub made. Pokemon was a show for children, so they needed everything to be clear and easy to understand.
I'm just gonna take a hydrate. I don't know about that, man. I think it's normal to have kids shows, I mean, that teach them new things.
It wasn't to shelter us away from a foreign culture.
In fact, most
Just
kid
make
shows
it
are
more
about
approachable.
teaching kids
and
new
this
things.
was not in spite of the original creators. They welcomed this.
Oh my god, I saw a clip of some streamer talking about Bluey and how his kid was watching Bluey and how Bluey is teaching kids to like abuse their parents because there's a fucking scene in Bluey where they're like really nice to the mom and they like comb her hair, but then to the dad they like lock him in the fucking bathroom and then they like have him stuck under the water and they won't let him out and he's like, okay guys, I need to get out now, and they were just like, no, and they just like fucking lock it. Like, is Bluey seriously like that? What the fuck are they teaching kids these days?
Almost never released outside of Japan. According to Norman Grossfeld, who was head of 4Kids Productions.
I can
at the
immediately tell
time.
you're talking about NL.
Nintendo
Who is
Japan
NL? I saw
had
the
very
fucking clip
low
on Twitter.
confidence that
Who is
Pokemon
NL?
would work outside of Japan. The storytelling
Yeah,
style
guys.
was different than the way we tell
I got my
stories.
hand on the
And I
beating
said,
pulse
"We've
of the
gotta
streamer
do this.
community."
I want to change some characters and how they do. We got to ramp up the humor. I want to change the music. And they said,
Oh.
we trust you. Go ahead and do it. My feeling was we had to do that so that this could become a mass market hit instead of a niche anime show that might appeal to more hardcore anime fans.
And this is exactly why I said that for as long as people think they'll gain more money by localizing things incorrectly and like changing the meaning of things, they will continue to do it. Okay? And people said that I'm stupid, like, no, we shouldn't accept this, we should fight back. Well, then you have to fucking convince other people not to spend money on it, and good luck doing that. If they like it, then they're going to fucking buy it. It doesn't matter if it's accurate. I mean, nobody was complaining about fucking 2B having her entire personality changed until they realized how different from the Japanese it was. Everyone was like, oh, I love 2B, I love a woman who's a bitch, I love a woman who's mean to me, she's so fucking hot, wish she would crush my head between her thighs. Meanwhile, she's not actually like that, but nobody fucking cared until they realized it was a lie! It was a lie! For as long as they can fucking profit off of changing things around, as long as there's some fucking talking head talking to the Japanese people and they're like, hey, I can make more money if I turn this into a donut. They're gonna say, I don't give a fuck, then do it because I like money too! And then everybody fucking shakes hands and they say, I love money, and then they fucking change things.
The show wasn't this Japanese out of nowhere. The anime's director, Kunihiko Yuyama, was specifically asked not to worry about an international audience at the time. So according to him, he based the anime's setting off mid-50s era Japan. Not every anime is this Japanese, or culturally rich. One of Yuyama's previous works, Minky Momo, made a conscious effort away from that content.
Whoa, unfortunate
in case
spelling.
it was brought stateside. This isn't a defense of the Pokemon dub. It's an explanation for why they did what they did. And clearly it worked because the franchise became a global phenomenon. For good reason.
So
Pokemon as a concept is very appealing for many reasons that could be its own video. The collecting, the battles, the journey, the bonds you form, so all of that already worked in the anime's favor. Whatever changes were made in the dub didn't get in the way of that appeal. A simple name change doesn't change who the character is. The food functions the same in the story, whether it's onigiri or jelly donuts, or kashiwa mochi, or as the dub likes to call them,
ice cream sandwiches.
Now, it just so happens that kashiwa mochi is the signature food of Children's Day, a national holiday in Japan, of which this entire episode is about. The dub calls it Kids' Day, and this cultural connection goes unaddressed. But it doesn't change the meaning of why kashiwa mochi was.
My question is, though, I mean, these are extremely minor parts of the show. You know, like you have like maybe 2 seconds of mentioning what the food is and then moving on. Is this really what made the anime a success? Removing all mention of food that isn't usually served in like America?
Brought up, which was to contrast.
I don't think so. I would probably credit that to other changes.
You had off from school, and you had a pool
that
of
have
ice
nothing
cream
really to
sandwiches?
do.
Of course I did,
that.
didn't everybody?
Not me.
柏餅って柏の葉っぱだけを食べるんじゃなかったの？
そんなわけないだろう。
Damn, Japanese voice acting used to have soul.
Yes.
Now they're all perfect and never make a mistake. Meanwhile, I can tell this Jessie. Sorry, actually it is Jessie. I always confuse their names sometimes. This Jessie, it's her first role.
It's silly and blatantly incorrect to point at a rice ball and call it a jelly donut. Or for Professor Oak to say, "Oh, my pizza is here," when he clearly was cooking ramen in a previous shot.
Ah, there's my pizza. Coming! Oh, 見すぎラーメンが.
But to get upset about these changes is kind of cringe to me. Ash and Misty, or Satoshi and Kasumi, still eat at a restaurant where one eats with chopsticks and the other with a knife and fork. It's not a big deal. In fact, it makes for its own source of comedy, which is what the anime and the dub
where's the comedy
were
from that?
attempting to do anyway. As I said, Pokemon has a lot of intrinsic appeal, but I don't think I really appreciated as a kid how the Pokemon anime was mostly a comedy. That was the channel for much of this culture to make its way in, either through absurdity or irony, as a cutaway gag, or again, as puns.
This video is so autistic, it might be.
遊んでる場合が
The most
I just know there's somebody in my community who submitted this because they hate it every single time I talk about localization.
glaring Japanese culture in the show for me was some of the fashion. All the primary outfits of the main cast are both iconic and universal, arguably more Western than Japanese. But occasionally the characters would dress up or meet characters decidedly more Japanese. Ash's very first proper opponent in the show is a bug-type trainer named Samurai. There's a handful of these kinds of characters. Even 2 of the gym leaders wear Japanese-style clothing. But you'd more often see these
Damn, they look so
stereotypes
cute right
depicted
there.
by
Look how
Team
cute they
Rocket
are.
in one of their many disguises, such as an Oendan, which is a more stoic and intense type of cheerleading in Japan. Although they are
So wait, did they accidentally make Pokemon racist? Because if you change the setting to be America, and then all the things around it are American, then when Jesse and James put on the ninja outfit, they're culturally appropriating. Does that make them racist in the American version of Pokemon?
dressed a lot more like Japanese delinquents,
Your
or
mom
what's known
did
as
that.
Bancho for men or
2,901,
Sukeban
wow.
for women.
There's a lot of
This
your moms out there,
subculture somewhat
welcome.
manifested as Bosozoku, or Japanese biker gangs, which the anime also pokes fun at. And yet,
This
none of
seems
these
like
outfits
one of the coolest
require
things
a
ever.
translator note to explain
I've
the
seen it
joke.
mentioned in many
There's
anime.
a common understanding
I find it
in
hard to
broad
believe it was real.
categories like food or clothing. That's a construction worker. That's a thief. Those are farmers. American kids didn't really have to be in the know in order to get it. Even if you aren't familiar with the Gyaru subculture in Japan, this
Yaru. Wait, is this scene in the... Oh my god, dude.
No, in order
This
to
is
get
why
it.
they make so
Even
much
if you
porn
aren't
of you, Jesse and James, because you guys are so sexual. Honestly, James doesn't get a lot of credit for being one of the first ever femboys in anime.
familiar with the Gyaru subculture in Japan, this scene of Team Rocket trying to scam our heroes is silly and fun. I'm not even sure what they're referencing in
You
this
do not
episode,
remember Gyaru
but they're
James?
clearly using a
Because when you first discovered Gyaru James, you fucking jerked your dick so hard that your brain forced you to forget so that you could experience joy later because you knew that was the best nut you ever had and would all be fucking downhill from there.
karaoke machine, which also originated in Japan.
It's Pikachu!
It's Polygon!
It's Pikachu!
So true.
There's a number of bits that I recognize from anime, but I don't know the
Catatonic
exact
welcome.
source. But yeah, when you put it all together, it is surprising how Japanese the Pokemon anime was. While I remember growing up around it, I actually missed out seeing it as a kid. I just didn't have the channel. So it actually wasn't until I
Does
had
that say
seen
Yas?
over 800 anime
I can't believe that
when
they
I finally
invented
sat
Yas.
down and watched it.
Yas!
Which made for a surreal experience as a dyed-in-the-wool anime fan. I recognized that style of Japanese house and Japanese school. I've even seen the back of cafes like this one in other anime. Gym Leader
Kawaii.
Koga's whole-ass traditional Japanese mansion looks so cool.
It's almost like the
and frequent
Kanto
uses
region
of
is based on
kokatsu,
Japan.
These Japanese style of tables with a heater and blanket underneath them always looks so comfy. There's a whole 2-episode arc during Ash's 7th badge where they visit an onsen, which is such a common storytelling trope in anime because it's presumably such a common vacation for Japanese people. Not to mention that the Pokemon anime is very traditionally animated, by which I mean it uses a lot of the common techniques and iconography and language of Japanese animation
Maybe that's what makes
in such
it
a
key.
fundamentally appealing manner. Removing my bias towards it is difficult, but I'd argue Pokemon remains an excellent beginner's anime, both to acclimate
anime.
towards the style of anime, as well as exposure to Japanese
The
culture,
Japanese
which
version
is
where the second
inescapable from the
episode is
medium
James
broadly.
and Jesse with
We are
tits,
really
yes.
lucky that it took off the way that it did, and so many of us were introduced to anime this way. It's no surprise to me that it contributed to the success of making
Misty
this
looks
stuff
so
more
cute!
known and accepted throughout the world. I wanted to avoid making this video a run-on list, but this next
Got a
batch of
point.
Japanese culture does not come from broad, easily understandable categories like food or fashion
What are
or
the expert level
architecture.
anime then? All of the ones that are bad, those are expert level anime because you have to be a die-hard fan to fucking sit through the shit.
They are a lot more specific, so I'll take some time explaining them. The scene that gave me
My
the idea to
Hero
make this video was this scene of Ash's nose growing
So
longer
true!
as he shows off his gym
Mushoku
badges.
Tensei
It's
is
a
an
reference to
expert
long-nosed
level anime.
Tengu, a Japanese fantasy creature. There's an expression, tengu ni naru, or becoming a tengu, which means you've become arrogant or prideful. So when Ash loses a battle, his nose breaks off. You may not understand the full meaning behind
Pinocchio.
it, but it's still a fun visual gag to show how Ash feels. The Pokemon
You know what they
themselves
say about
reference
guys with
Japanese
big
culture.
noses?
Meowth is designed off a Monarchy Neko figurine, which literally shows up in the anime too. And there's other sculptures like Daruma dolls and Hina dolls when they celebrate Hinamatsu.
They smell
That's
good?
its own entire holiday in Japan, and other Japanese-related holidays include Children's Day, like I mentioned earlier, as well as a Bon festival in one episode. In that same episode, you see ghost tags, or ofuda, to ward off spirits, and the ghost makes a reference to an old fictional Japanese detective named Taro Bannai.
Damn, that's old as hell.
Which, yes, was later appropriated in Cutie Honey.
Appropriated is
There's quite a
crazy.
number of ancient references to Japanese manga and anime that American kids would have never known about, including Kyojin no Hoshi, Time
Whoa,
Bokan,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
and
whoa,
of course,
whoa, whoa. Whoa, is that Pikachu in fucking
references
bondage
to
gear?
Japanese manga and anime that American kids would have never known about, including
hold on.
Kyojin no Hoshi,
Hello?
Time Bokan, and of
Training
course,
gear? Training for what?
Ashita no Joe. Even Rose of Versailles makes an appearance, which also serves as a reference to Takarazuka Revue, a style of musical theater in Japan where only women play every
Wait,
role.
this is so
Other
peak, what
styles
the
of
fuck?
Japanese performance art show up in Pokemon, like Manzai, two-person comedy, Kamishibai, or paper theater, and Kabuki plays, which the dub actually name drops.
A ninja
Wow!
mansion calls for a kabuki star.
And remember, you're not
Then why in the fuck would you bother changing a fucking rice ball to a donut. I think it's way easier to understand a rice ball than to understand what the fuck kabuki theater is. I read in Japanese every fucking day, and even I couldn't explain to you what kabuki fucking theater is.
Not really expected to know any of this information. It's not necessary to properly enjoy the show, if there even was such a thing as proper. Perhaps fully would be a better description, but even then, you don't need to fully understand something to enjoy it. In episode 3, Pikachu and Caterpie have a conversation,
so why change it?
told entirely in body language because most of the Pokemon don't speak our language.
So cute. Oh my god, you're so cute. Pika? But anytime you see a Caterpie and you are looking for another Pokemon, don't you get angry? Look how cute he is. Don't you feel ashamed? Don't you fucking feel ashamed of yourself that you hated Caterpie? Aren't you angry? Aren't you angry at the previous you who felt rage seeing this Pokemon? How dare you? How dare you feel rage? Look how cute and sweet this Caterpie is.
Viewers
no
of all
soul.
languages will never fully understand what is said between them. And that's okay. Their mannerisms and emotions are clear and universal.
This Caterpie is thinking of murder. I can just tell.
That's what truly matters. This scene actually reminds me of another episode where the Pokemon talk amongst themselves, only this episode also subtitles their speech.
Oh,
The
that's so
Japanese version actually has more lines that are omitted in the dub, which represents a broader choice of this last category. The dub covers up or erases much of the hiragana, katakana, and kanji Japanese.
Okay, this is fun. This is fun. I mean, duh. Why even bring this up? Yes, you have to translate the Japanese to English, such is the way of the world.
Writing. Not quite all of it, but they really go out of their way to mask things. They even changed this 5-yen coin to a penny.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really hard for kids to imagine that there's like a different currency because like they already spent all of their brain power imagining that there's a world where there are these little cool creatures they can use to fight battles for them. So like grasping a currency that's not the American version is like too hard.
While some early episodes also used English lettering like the gyms, the dubs still had to edit them because the name of the location was different. This was all done with the blessing and encouragement of Nintendo of Japan. Eventually, the Pokemon Company International, which formed in 2001, enshrining the franchise as a worldwide brand.
And I want to rotoscope out every instance of Japanese writing on screen so that a kid in Italy thinks the show is for him. And it was made for him. So
Wait. What? I'm confused. Wait, are they not talking about the American version? Why is he bringing up Italians? I'm so fucking confused. Why would an Italian kid think that it's for... Why would an Italian kid think that it's for them if you're talking about the English Americanization of Pokemon? English is the universal language? Well, I don't think there's an Italian kid whose first language is Italian who's sitting there thinking that this English show is made for me. What the fuck? I also don't really think that just because a show was originally in Japanese means it definitely wasn't made for you. It was made for the type of person who would enjoy it, and if you fall into that category, then you are the one it was made for, I guess.
it doesn't place a nationality on anything.
So after the global broadcast of the anime started, you can see the anime gradually have less and less of these cultural identifiers. What might have been Japanese text would instead be gibberish or even English. Compare this Pokemon manual, which was edited by
Vaporeon spotted.
Gibberish
Vaporeon spotted.
Even English.
Vaporeon spotted. Vaporeon spotted. Vaporeon. Did you guys know that Vaporeon is the most compatible Pokemon for human companionship?
Pokemon manual, which was edited by the dub, to this later episode manual where it's English from the start. The anime production accommodated so that the dub wouldn't have to make so many of these edits, although that apparently didn't stop them as far late as Advanced Generation, where the dub felt the need to replace this giant onigiri with a sub sandwich. The anime would still be genuine in its style, and no doubt they would sneak in a tiny reference or two. Pokemon as a brand could never stop being Japanese, of course, and you'll still see characters dressed and Pokemon designed off that same culture.
Wait,
but consider
wait. This Pokemon is actually kind of cool. Why have I never seen it before?
Pokemon designed off that.
What the hell? That thing's kind of sick.
That same culture. But consider the first Pokemon region was called Kanto because it was based off the Kanto region of Japan. And yet the next 3 regions that are also based off of Japanese regions had to be called something else. And then they haven't been back since. I don't bemoan Pokemon incorporating other world cultures like French or British or Hawaiian. Cultural diversity is a strength. It's just something so charming about the early anime.
Look how cute her fit is, bro.
Injected Japanese culture so bluntly or casually. And the fact that it was seen all over the world in that state, in a time where anime and Japanese culture was more foreign, less accepted, which makes it all the more special.
I don't know. Do people think children are like not human beings? I can't remember ever being a kid and watching an anime with subtitles in a completely different language and ever thinking to myself, this wasn't made for me. I feel so alienated. I have to stop watching because I just don't understand. I don't like this. I feel challenged, so I'm going to stop watching. That never fucking happened. Ever. Not a single time. Is this like a normal thing for kids? Like they hear about a rice ball or they see a coin that they don't recognize as a penny or a dime and they stop watching? Is this real?
And so, our heroes learned a valuable lesson in Japanese culture. That calling onigiri a jelly donut isn't such a big deal. And that nothing
I think you underestimate how badly people underestimate kids. Like, I know they're stupid. I was a kid once and I was stupid and I'm still stupid. So I was even dumber back then. But I don't think children are curious. Children like to fucking learn unless you raise them super wrong. Otherwise, children have natural curiosity about the world and they like learning about things that aren't necessarily constantly all around them. And it's not like these fucking things are major, like going through the effort of changing a penny. Imagine being the guy who was paid to change 5 yen coins to pennies in the Pokemon 4Kids dub.
Really beats the feeling of Thing Japan. Imamade arigatou gozaimashita. Mada mada Suzuku.
Suzuku! Hi! Arigato. Let me read these comments. Okay. Let's see. Remember that the target audience of the show is primarily children who are around elementary school age, yet even a 10-year-old Japanese boy who lived and breathed Pokemon. Most of these weird specific cultural references were still entirely lost to me.
Ever added was that one streamer
That's fucking cartoon shows for you, though.
A 3D/tuber model to make her public appearances for her.
So true. So true. So fucking true, man. I got all of that. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Also, Solid Jack, thank you for the sub. Welcome. That's every kid's show, though. Lots of references go over your head. Then you grow up and you're like, oh my god, that's what they were talking about. I'm pretty sure it's intentional so that parents don't want to like literally shoot themselves in the face while they're like listening to you listen to the show. And that was kind of the point. It didn't matter whether or not the jokes or gags made any sense to a 10-year-old, even if that was the intended audience. Exactly! Because A, a 10-year-old will find it funny regardless, and B, not knowing things is how you learn new things. So true! It's not just that the international audience is expected to know many of these references, because even the intended audience of Japanese children wasn't expected to know them either. In the same way that I was too young to know who David Hasselhoff was when I first started watching the SpongeBob movie, yet still found the bit at the end hilarious, and then from that day on knew who he was. For a lot of Japanese kids, random gags in the Pokemon show were how we learned about some of these obscure cultural references, sometimes needing to ask a parent to explain what it meant. Okay, in conclusion, the guy who works at 4Kids, that guy's an asshole. Let's continue. Perfect stream thumbnail. Six, 6, 7! 6, 7! 6, 7! 6, 7! 6, 7! 6, 7! 6, 7! Roku Nana! Roku Nana! Roku Nana! Roku Nana! Roku Nana! 6, 7! 6, 7! 6, 7! 6, 7, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, I can't believe you actually captured that thumbnail. That's perfect. What are the odds of that? How to make a CPU. Okay.
First, get a rock.
Okay.
Then, smash the rock.
All right, I can do that.
Now, you've got 98% concentrated silicon dioxide.
If I had 98% concentrated silicone, I would start making a sex toy.
Now purify it to 99.9%
Wait,
pure
how do I do that?
silicon dioxide. Purify it to
How do I do that?
99.99999% polysilicon
That's too
metal.
complicated.
Put
You
the
lost me.
polysilicon ingots into a crucible. Heat the silicon ingots
What's a
to
crucible?
1,698
Isn't that what they killed that one bitch in the Scarlet Letter
Take a small
in?
seed monocrystal and dip it into the vat of molten silicon. Slowly pull the crystal out as it cools.
Oh my
now,
God.
you've got a monocrystal of pure silicon.
Wait, this
Next,
is so sick.
cut the monocrystalline silicon ingot
Is this
into
real?
thin slices.
Teddy,
now
is this
you've
real?
got pristine, freshly cut silicon wafers. Dope it with some boron or phosphorus. Put photoresist on the wafer. Take your chromium-etched photolithographic
What?
quartz mask and
What?
shine a laser beam
What?
through it onto
What?
the wafer. The shadows produced by the photomask will control the location of highly localized chemical reactions on the surface of the silicon wafer. Now
This is one of those tutorials that's like 1, draw a circle, 2, draw lines, 3, draw the rest of the owl, 4, complete.
develop the photoresist. Acid etch the exposed parts of the wafer. Wash away the leftover photoresist. Now do some homoepitaxy, heteroepitaxy, pseudoepitaxy, diffusion doping,
Homophobia
copper
everywhere for those with the
interconnects,
eyes to
chemical
see.
mechanical polishing.
Every time you turn on your computer, you're committing a hate crime.
Now you've got a finished silicon wafer. Cut your silicon wafer into pieces. Now you've got unpackaged
What
silicon
the hell?
dies.
What the
Locate
hell?
the pads on the silicon chip and attach bond wires.
What the hell?
Or use the flip chip method.
This is rage bait.
The
This
bond
is rage
wires
bait.
provide an electrical connection between the pins on the chip
Why is it
package
so
and the
rainbowy?
pads
There's wait, how is it hetero? But then there's like rainbows all
on
over
the
it.
silicon die. And that's how you make a
I'm literally rage baited. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Haha. True. RAM tutorial next. I'm glad that I know how to make a C now. CPUs always taste better when they're homemade. So basically enchant a rock. Got it. I fucking hate it here, man. Why would you send me this? Why would you send me this? Okay, the last old comedy thing you guys sent me was kind of like, I'm just too stupid or I guess too young and youthful to understand the joke. So let's see if this is the same exact situation.
What are you doing? I love baseball. Well,
Oh my God, me too.
When we get to St. Louis, can you tell me the guys' names on the team so when I go to see them in that St. Louis ballpark, I'll be able to know those fellas?
Well, now, is it all right, folks? All right.
Excuse me, I want to find out the fellas' names.
As long as it's okay with the
I'm
audience.
crazy about baseball.
Will you stand still? Pick up your hat. Go pick up your hat.
At least there's no laugh track.
Now, look. Then you'll go and peddle your popcorn and don't interrupt the act anymore?
Yes, sir.
All right. But you know, strange as may seem, they give ball players nowadays very peculiar names.
Funny names?
Nicknames.
They do, they really do. It's gotten worse since this time.
Yes, yes.
Funnier than that?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Now, on the St. Louis team, we have who's on first, what's on second, I don't know's on third.
That's what I want to find out. I want you to tell me the names of the fellas on the St. Louis team.
I'm telling you, who's on first, what's on second, I don't know's on third.
You know the
What
fellas'
the
names?
fuck?
Yes. Well, then who's playing first?
Yes.
I mean, the fella's name on first base.
Who?
The fella playing first base for St. Louis.
Who?
The guy on first base.
Who is on first?
Well, what are you asking me for?
I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, who is on first?
This is
I'm
so
asking
fucking
you
stupid.
who's on first.
That's the man's name.
That's whose name?
But
Yeah.
it's
Well,
endearing
go
to me
ahead,
because
tell me.
this time it's
Who?
American.
Who?
The first baseman.
Who is on first?
Have you got a first baseman on first?
Certainly.
Then who's playing first?
Absolutely.
This has the same energy as why are you at the soup store for clothes? The Suzaku and Lelouch Kogias audio is the same energy.
Wait. When you pay off the first baseman every month, who gets the money?
Every dollar of it. Why not? The man's entitled to it.
Who is?
Yes.
So who gets it?
Why shouldn't he?
Yeah, go thanks for
Sometimes
the
his
3
wife
months. I
comes down and
appreciate it.
collects it.
Whose wife?
Yes. After all, the man earns it.
Who does?
Absolutely.
Well, all I'm trying to find out is what's the guy's name on first base?
Oh, no. What is on second base?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Well, don't change the players.
I'm
around.
not changing nobody.
Take it easy.
What's the
This
guy's
is
name on first
so
base?
What's the guy's
fucking
name
dumb.
on second base?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
He's on third. We're not talking about him.
How did I get on third base?
This is actual rage bait that like Numi would do to me though. Like she would fucking do this fucking rage bait to me.
You mentioned his
While
name.
knowing that I'm confused.
If I mention a third baseman's name, who did I say is playing third?
No, who's playing first?
Stay off of first, will you?
Well, what do you want me to do?
Now, what's the guy's name on third base?
What's on second?
I'm not asking you who's on second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
He's on third.
There I go, back on third again.
Well, I can't change their names.
Will you please stay on third base, Mr. Broadhurst?
Now, what is it you want to know?
What is the fella's name on third base?
What is the fella's name on second base?
I'm not asking
is
you
so
who's on
fucked.
second.
Who's on first?
I don't know.
This is convincing me though. You could have like a really fucked up life if you just decided to name your children. Like imagine you decide I'm gonna have 5 kids and I'm gonna name them all who, what, when, where, and why. And genuinely that should be considered a form of child abuse.
Third base. You got an outfield?
Oh, sure.
St. Louis has got a good outfield?
Absolutely.
The left fielder's name.
Why? Come here right now! I don't know. Why should I come here right now?
Why?
I don't know. I just thought I'd ask you.
Well, I just thought I'd tell you.
Then tell me who's playing left field.
Who is playing first?
Stay out of the infield!
Don't mention any names out here.
I want to know what's the fella's name in left field.
What is on second?
I'm not
I feel like this is old comedy mocking Asian names when it still is. Like, these are Asian names? Who, he, and what? What kind of Asians have you been talking to, Trolley?
asking you who's on second.
Who is on first?
I don't know. Third base.
Oh, take it easy. Take it easy, man.
And the left fielder's name?
Why?
Because.
Oh, he's center field. He's center. Will you pick up your hat, please? Pick up your hat and stop this. Oh, look, please.
Who is a Chinese surname? It's W-H-O!
Yes.
Wait a minute. You got a pitcher on the team?
Wouldn't this be a fine team without a pitcher?
I don't know. Tell me the pitcher's name.
Tomorrow.
Bye, Pequeno. Thank you for one of my appreciate it.
You don't want to tell me the date?
I'm telling you, man.
Then go ahead.
Tomorrow.
What time?
What time what?
What time tomorrow you're going to tell me who's pitching?
Now listen. Who is not pitching? Who is on?
I'll break your arm. You say who's on first?
I come up here and ask.
I want to know what's the pitcher's name.
What's on second?
I don't know. Third base.
Okay, but I do want to know the pitcher's name, to be fair.
You got a catcher?
Yes.
The catcher's name.
Today.
Today. And tomorrow's pitching.
Now you've got it.
Tomorrow's pitching.
That's all. St. Louis has got a couple of days on that team.
Well, I can't help that.
Yeah, that is a very Asian name.
All right. What do you want me to do?
Got a catcher?
Yes.
I'm a good catcher, too, you know.
I know that.
I would like to play for the St. Louis team.
Well, I might arrange that.
I would like to catch.
Son!
Now, I'm being a good catcher. Tomorrow's pitching on the team, and I'm catching.
Yes.
Tomorrow throws the ball, and the guy up bunts the ball.
Yes.
Now, when he
Okay,
bunts
tomorrow came out of nowhere. Actually, tomorrow has been happening for like a very long time. But when you think about it, there's no such thing as tomorrow. There's only today. Because by the time it's tomorrow, it's actually today.
the ball, me being a good
So
catcher,
tomorrow's just
I
a
want to throw the
concept.
guy out at first base, so I pick up the ball and throw it to who?
Now, that's the first thing you've said right.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Well, that's all you have to do.
Is to throw it to first base.
Yeah.
Now, who's got it?
This is what it feels like to be ADHD and to be in math class, by the way.
Naturally.
It's this level of confusion.
Who has it?
Naturally.
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 Okay.
Now, you've got it.
I pick up the ball and I throw it to naturally.
No, you don't. You throw the ball to first base.
Then who gets it?
Naturally.
Okay.
All right.
I throw the ball to naturally.
You don't. You throw it to who?
Naturally.
Well, that's it.
Play
See?
on words.
That's what I said.
You did not.
I said I throw the ball to naturally.
You don't. You throw it to who?
Naturally.
Yes.
So I throw the ball to first base and naturally gets it.
No, you throw the ball to first base.
Then who gets it?
Naturally.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not saying that.
Excuse me, folks.
All right, I'm sorry, friend.
I throw the ball to
You
naturally.
throw it to who?
Naturally.
Well, say it that way.
That's what I'm saying.
This is also what it feels like when somebody is explaining a card game to you.
Don't get excited. Now, don't get
I throw the
That
ball
has
to first base and who
50,000
gets it?
rules.
He better get it.
All right, now don't get excited. Take it easy.
Now I throw the ball to first base. Whoever it is drops the ball, so the guy runs to second. Who picks up the ball and throws it to what? What throws it to? I don't know. I don't know. Throws it back to tomorrow. A triple play.
Yeah, it could be.
Another guy gets up and it's a long fly ball.
Damn, he's writing
to
the
be
script of
called.
baseball.
Why?
They used to
I
just
don't
openly
know.
admit that they
He's on
wrote scripts
third,
for baseball and it's not a real sport.
Don't care.
What was that?
I said I don't care.
Oh, that's a shortstop.
I don't care is our shortstop. Listen, Trolley, I don't mean to put you on the spot or anything, but I can't believe that you thought that this was about Asian names with words like what and why and who. I don't think that they just decided to make fun of one singular Asian name with who. Okay? I don't think so. I don't get that vibe. Well, it is! I'm killing everyone. Guys, we all have to die. We all have to fucking die. I'm setting this stream on fire. You're here right now, you're fucking dying. You can't just X out of the screen. You're dead. We're all dead. We all have to fucking die. Every single last one of us. Now. Did Lucy ever react to the video from the Andy and Lele dev? The one where they have sex? Guys, why am I not getting it? Is it this one? No. Wait. Which one is it? Wait, which one is it? Guys? What? Where's the clickbait? I know it said there's clickbait. It's probably in your history. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Give me the actual place where it is. Right now. Now! In the Reddit, I believe. Or you can check the Steam news page. I can't believe I have to go out of my way for this shit. This shit is fucking crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't believe I have to do my job on stream. I'm so sick of people expecting me to lift my finger for anything. It's so frustrating. I'm over it. Okay, so what? On the discussion page? Discussion page? No. Wait, community page? Should be in news? I'm looking, but I don't know if I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna look though, guys. Okay, read related news. This must be it. Still doing the thing? Is it from November 2025? Naruhodo desu ne. Okay. Alright. Here it is. I have to sign in! Bro, make it stop. Bro, make it stop. Just make it stop, bro. Can't live like this anymore. I can't live like this anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it, chatty. It's over for me, and I'm sick. I'm tired. Actually stunlocked. Nope, I'm working on it, okay? I'm working on it. I'm logging in. Everyone, be grateful. Be so fucking grateful right now. Be the most grateful you've ever been in your whole entire life. Be the most. I need more gratitude right now. I need it immediately. I'm home! Right where I left you. You're on a bender again. Oh, he's on a bender again. What is this? Apple pie flavor? What? How can liquor taste like apple pie? Oh, right. They were out of my usual one, so I had to take that crap. Ew, it sounds disgusting. Oh, you had to. I'm a little curious, though. Mind if I try some? Is this the scene where they have the good sex from that one bad ending where, like, everything's miserable, but at least they're together? Is this the one where they have that good sex the one time and then never again? Don't bother, it sucks. Wow, it's actually not bad. Ugh, yeah, nope, never mind. There's the aftertaste. Yuck. That's how they make one keep drinking. Ha! Maybe I will. Oh. So what's the occasion today? Oh, they're drunk as fuck. Yesterday it was my life fucking sucks. And the day before that, it was my boss fucking sucks. So what sucks today? My hangover did. Ah, yes. Better treat it with some more booze, huh? You're such a cliche. Yeah. No retort. Nothing. Nah, you got me. Bro, he's wasted. Fine, I'll do it for you. Actually, what's sex today, Ashley, is you. Oh my? And what do I suck? Sounds like wishful thinking to me. God, she's a whore. She's a whore. She's such a fucking whore. I wish you'd shut the fuck up, all right? No, I think you're pretty funny. Pretty funny? So not that funny. Dude, she's literally me. Pretty much. Pretty funny and pretty. So not even that pretty? Shut up. You're my Ashley. He's so corny. The most striking thing in the cosmos. Or the most strikeable. No, God, you're awful. Pretty awful. Awfully pretty. Oh, aw, shucks. Beer goggles. What? I don't know about that. No, you're lying. You're lying, you liar. She's having a literal woman moment. Oh. Question mark. Is this a trick? They should have made Andy hit the because that was a real moment. You want something? Yeah? Oh, you? Oh! 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 Sex. Oh my god, they love each other. Sibling love! This is such a healthy relationship! They were so sweet! Wow! Hey there, good morning. Bet you feel pretty good about yourself, huh, asshole? Don't think that changed a damn thing. I don't owe you anything. You owe me the world. Bitch, I just woke up. What are you even talking about? You stick yourself inside me and that's supposed to fix everything? Yeah? Oh, great. Like, oh, Lord, the day has come. Surely this must be an act of God. How profound. How mind-altering. My life has forever changed for you. I've slid your junk back and forth in my cunt for a bit. Holy shit. Except no, nothing changed at all. Why, yes, I'm well aware it changed nothing. It's a little late for this conversation, don't you think? Yeah, hate to break it to you, but the physical act of us getting off together is just that. No. I see. So you do it with anyone. Am I hearing this correctly? No! Did I fucking say that? Well, if it doesn't matter to you. Did I say that either? Girl, make up your mind! That I can't begin to fathom what you are saying. Level with me, Ashley. I'm hungover as shit right now. I'm saying I'm fine without any lovey-dovey crap. Sex isn't the end-all be-all for me that it seems to be for you. Imagine you're a man and like, let's disregard the fact that she's your sister, okay? That's irrelevant. Just push that shit to the side. Imagine that you're a man and you love a girl who's your sister, but again, push that to the side. Imagine that you're a man and you love a girl and you love everything about her and you really like her and you like having sex with her because you love her, but anytime you have sex with her, she's just like, you only like me for my pussy! And you're just like, whoa. And she's like having a woman moment every time you have sex because she's convinced that that's all you want from her when literally you've been spending all of your life around her doing everything for her, being her fucking slave. But anytime you fuck her, she's just like, oh, that's the only reason you're here. Anyway, because I love you way more than that. Because nothing says love like tolerating sex. Exactly. I put up with something so disgusting, all for you. But no! According to you, if I'm not ecstatically slobbering over your dick at all times, I don't really love you. Whoa. Okay, how am I in the wrong for wanting you to enjoy sex we have? She's so manipulative the way that she's just like, Andy, you're practically me. You're practically every single time I hate it. And you just want me to... And he's like, I just want you to enjoy having sex. And she's like, whoa. You make it sound normal that way. In fact, I don't want to do any of this if you find it repulsive. Oh, yeah? Fuck you, you ungrateful cock-brained piece of shit! She's so annoying. Such love right there. Islam! Everything here, all of this is all for you, all of it! I put up with all of this out of love for your sorry ass! Damn. Don't ever say I never did anything for you! Why are you keeping score? Because she's a woman. Heaven forbid you let me hold you once without turning it against me. I let you make a whore out of me! Oh, that's what this is about. Wait, she's so relatable! Wait, never mind. I'm on Ashley's side, bro. Wait, she's relatable. You know, when you have sex, right? You have sex, it's so good, and then you like wake up the next day and you're just like, but I'm a whore, right? I'm a whore. I get it. You can't be happy about having a good moment. You have to be ashamed of it. And she's like, I'm a whore now because I enjoyed having sex with my brother. That's so relatable, right, Chatty? Like, that's the woman moment. I did? What the fuck? What the hell is the matter with you? I don't understand. Of course you don't. You're a guy. See? You, Chatty, you don't get it because you're a guy. I'm gonna hydrate. Just chew on that for a moment. Okay? You wouldn't get it because you're a man. So true. So fucking true. You know, for once, she's right. Darknesses, thank you for the 32 months. I appreciate it. You're never, ever going to get it. It's not the same for women. Plenty of women enjoy sex, Ashley, but I don't. Liar. All right, then let's not do it anymore. No! I know you want it, so it's fine! This is so toxic! Ugh! Well, aw gee. Thank you, beloved. What a saint you are, suffering through my affections. I am, and you're welcome. Oh yes, you're so much better because you don't enjoy sex like the rest of us whores and mortals. All hail St. Ashley. Show him how it's done, miss. I won't come, Grace. That does it. I'm done with this conversation. I'm sorry I got you off, you harlot. I can do it again if you'd like. In fact, fucking let me, please. Jesus. Eat shit and die! Nice. Well? What did we learn today, class? No, let's turn this into a teaching moment. What did we learn? From this? I learned a lot. I learned that if you get a woman drunk and she can be honest about having sex with you, then she's gonna wake up and she's gonna feel like a whore, because she's got like religious trauma and she's going to think that she's a slut. And so you have to approach it delicately. Okay? Incest is wincest, of course. Women equal crazy. You only say that because you're a man! You don't get it! You don't get it, Chatty! The most unrealistic thing to this day about a visual novel I read is the one that I talk about it every so often. It keeps coming up. It's the one where they're like in a mafia. They're in Italy, right? And you play as the main character. She's a woman. She's like 20 or something. She's super religious. She was raised in a fucking church. She's a Catholic, okay? And the most unrealistic thing about it is that she has almost no hesitation before she has sex with these guys. Like, it's not like she jumps on their dick immediately, but like when they initiate sex, she doesn't have any inner monologue where she's like, wait, but this is against God, which is the most unrealistic thing ever. Truly, there is not a culture of fucking Christianity in Japan, because there is absolutely no fucking way you would write a super religious, young, virginal, unmarried woman who doesn't even think once that she's going to hell for having sex with this guy, okay? You can't remove it. You can't fucking remove it from the Western woman, okay? It is inside of her forever, even if she pretends it isn't. And that's why there are so many women who are very defensive online when you call them whores, because they do feel like whores, because they were raised to feel like whores, okay? And that's the fucking truth. Get woke. Get woke. Get woke. Me when I make you woke. Me when I make you woke. I'm sorry. I accidentally made Chatty woke. Ooh, sorry. Sorry. Sorry, I turned you into the woke whore. Okay, so anyway, now for something completely different. This is why McDonald's failed in Bosnia, which is apparently a real country.
McDonald's. A company so powerful and influential that its logo is more recognizable than the cross Jesus was nailed to. A company so massive it can be found in almost every country on Earth. From Iceland to Indonesia, from oil-rich
Oh my god, I love
Emirates
the anime
to
McDonald's commercials.
gas stations off the internet.
I am not immune to propaganda. Genuinely. I know that people hate when that word gets overused, but genuinely, okay? It's my culture as a white woman to say genuinely. Genuinely, I am not immune to propaganda, because there have been times where I've seen advertisements, and if they advertise it in the right way, then I'm like fine with the advertisement, and like I might even consider buying it. Like, there's this one water filter company that keeps releasing these super based music songs. Like, they're making like fucking very, very funny TikToks to me, and they're very addictive to listen to. I drink the Brita and I ba-ba-da-ba. Yeah, low-genuinely, it works on me, but the reason that I won't buy a Brita water filter is because I used to have one, and then it started tasting like shit, and then I bought a new filter, and it's completely fine to this day. So Brita needs to make a better product.
Everywhere except.
But if I didn't know that, I would buy a Brita water filter, and then it would turn into shit, and I'd be like, damn, I'm not immune to propaganda. The only reason I'm immune is because I know better.
Except North Korea. And for reasons more embarrassing, Bosnia.
Wow. That's so
Despite
fucking
its wealth,
specific.
its army of lawyers, its global supply chains, and its unmatched ability to sell deep-fried
You need to change the
childhood
filter? Whoa! There's no fucking way, Robin! You're usually on my side! I can't believe you would do this to me, Robin! You think I've been on the God's green fucking earth for at least 18 years, and I don't realize that every so often you have to change the water filter? You think I didn't try that? You think I didn't go and buy a fucking water filter immediately and change it, and it still tasted like shit?
McDonald's failed spectacularly in this small Balkan country.
I love you anyway, Robin, I'm
After
sorry.
a decade of operation, McDonald's officially shut down its Bosnian restaurants in 2023, quietly packing its bags and pretending
But why?
the whole
Tell
thing
me why.
never happened. But why? How does a corporation that has survived world wars, economic collapses, public health scandals, and entire documentaries dedicated to exposing how awful it is, lose to...
I've gotta say, I think the whole McDonald's documentary, what was it called again? Was it called Supersize Me? I think that was kind of fucking stupid because was there ever a time where people thought fast food was healthy? Like, yeah, if you eat nothing but fast food for a month and that's it, and you do not have literally anything else, and you are less healthy at the end, 0 people are going to be surprised, and yet they treated it like it was this big fucking eye-opening moment.
One guy in
He was
Bosnia,
a raging alcoholic during it? I didn't even know that,
our story
Schnoodly.
begins
I like your
in
username.
2011.
Schnoodly,
After
Schnoodly.
years
It's dim to
of
that.
planning,
Schnoodly, Schnoodly,
negotiating, and
Schnoodly.
paperwork, the kind of paperwork only Balkan bureaucracy can produce, McDonald's finally decided to open its first restaurant in Bosnia. And this wasn't just some casual fast food opening. No. This was treated like Bosnia was finally being welcomed into the civilized world of global capitalism. The opening was such a big deal that Bosnia's president even showed up.
That's him. That's
Actually,
Bosnia's
one of the
president.
presidents.
He just looks
There's
like a
3
guy.
of them. Don't ask. Alongside him,
I think it's funny how some world leaders, they look like, yeah, that guy looks like he would be in some kind of political position, and then some guy looks like they just grabbed the dude off the street, and they're like, yeah, and that's the leader of Norway.
came the foreign minister, the mayor of Sarajevo, and enough officials to make it feel less like a restaurant opening and more like a NATO summit, except with fries. For weeks, people lined up down several city blocks
Guys,
just to
the
try
last
the
5
Big
seconds
Mac
got
slaw.
erased from my mind. What
Sarajevo's
happened?
homeless allegedly begged overtime just to afford McNuggets. Spirits were high, people were celebrating. Bosnia had finally made it. They were now a developed country.
What the hell?
Worthy of
Wait, what was... Are they fucking?
had finally made it.
Are they fucking? Lucy, that's country balls. Why are they like on each other like that? Why is he bouncing on it? They're bouncing on it. No, America, stop bouncing on it. Greenland in the background. No, stop, America.
A developed country, worthy of selling obesity in a cardboard box. Or so they thought. The first McDonald's in Bosnia opened right in the center of Sarajevo on Marshal Tito Street.
What does that
About
say?
as prime a location as you can get without opening inside the parliament building itself. But here's the first important detail. This McDonald's
Bosnia
was
has 3
not
presidents?
owned directly
Jesus
by the
Christ.
McDonald's
You joking?
Corporation. Instead, it was operated by a local franchise owner named Haris Ihtiyarevic. Through his
I can't
company,
say that.
Gliese 581G. Yes, named after an exoplanet, because apparently nothing says a reliable businessman
Better
like
call
naming your
Harris.
company after
Who?
a hypothetical alien rock. The restaurant itself sat inside a
That looks
building
soulless.
owned by
Looks
Raiffeisen
soulless.
Bank, one
Very
of the
soulless.
biggest financial institutions in the region. Prime real estate, prime foot traffic, and prime rent.
is William
didn't
Afton?
own the building, he leased it, which meant every month, like clockwork,
I hate that, buddy.
he had
I hate
to
that,
pay
buddy.
rent to the bank. Not exactly a problem, right?
That's actually kinda
I mean,
crazy.
The guy owns McDonald's in Bosnia. He practically has a seat in parliament.
That's
a
fucking
place
crazy.
where they technically speak 3 languages. But it wasn't a problem for him because he used
The
Lego
clock is
pie.
ticking, Lucy. Well, I'm never sharing anything with my Discord. Oh wait, did I just accidentally pause right before the ad? This is so funny. This is so funny, actually. Actually funny. Wow, that is a long advertisement. That is a really long advertisement. Wow, that's a long advertisement. Jesus Christ, that's a long advertisement. Okay. Okay, guys, I was gonna say something important, and I completely forgot it. Your parry hand was shaking. It really was. It really was. Yeah, I forgot. It's over.
For the first few years, everything ran smoothly. People lined
About
up.
the bunny clock, right. I'm not sharing anything with my Discord ever again because I shared a post that I saw online that was talking about how as they got older, like when they ovulate, they get like hornier and hornier. And so like, of course it was a moderator. They were just like, oh, I think that was engagement bait and that Lucy fell for it. I related to it. That's why I fucking put it in Discord. Okay? I said that I think ovulation, your brain can tell when the eggs are drying up. Like when you're losing your fucking eggs, it can tell. And it makes it more intense every fucking time that you have it. And you fucking call it engagement bait? We should fucking ban all mods. We should ban all mods from fucking talking.
Ordered their halal Big Macs, went home mildly disappointed, and repeated the process the next week. Meanwhile, Ikhtiarovich was making some serious bank. Everyone was happy. Everyone except the local fast food grills. But
Look at that guy.
Screw them. They chose to sell real food instead of industrial pink
Yeah,
goo.
fuck them.
But then, in 2015, Raiffeisen Bank noticed something strange. Their numbers were off. Not catastrophic.
6-7! 6-7! 6-7!
That's odd. Hey yo, coffee boy. Yes, sir? Check these numbers. We're missing a few grand this month. Right away, sir. After some underpaid intern dove into the books, the problem became obvious. McDonald's wasn't paying rent. At first, no one panicked. Whatever, it's McDonald's. They probably forgot. They'll pay next month. Next month came, no rent. Then another month, still nothing. At this point, Raiffeisen Bank
Guys, did you know that you don't have to pay rent? You can just like not pay it. Nothing bad will happen.
started to get annoyed. This wasn't some mom
What
and
the hell?
pop
He's bouncing on it,
stand
crazy
who
style.
Pay utilities. This was a multinational corporation flagship restaurant in the middle of the capital city. So they sent out an overdue notice. No response. They sent another. Still nothing. Months went by, and McDonald's Bosnia didn't pay a single cent. Meanwhile, Ikhtiarovich was cruising around Sarajevo in a 250,000 euro Bentley, bought with the very revenue that was supposed to be paying the rent. And here's the thing, early on, McDonald's did have customers. The place was packed at first, but after the novelty wore off, Bosnians started asking a very dangerous question.
Oh no.
Why am I paying €5 for
so true!
Made of
Dude, wait, you're saying Bosnians are smarter than Americans? No fucking way? Why can't we figure that out?
And get mountain of grilled
Hydration?
meat that was still alive this morning for half price. And just like that, the
Wait,
hype
Bosnians
died.
sound like that?
People went back to the
Half
local
price.
grills, to cevapi, to burek, to actual food with seasoning and soul. McDonald's went from being a novelty attraction to just another overpriced tourist trap. The customer base started shrinking, and Ikhtiarovich started to panic. How am I supposed to buy my second Bentley if this keeps up? Like any responsible Balkan businessman faced with declining revenue, he decided to cut costs. But not in boring ways like improving quality, lowering prices, or, God forbid, paying rent. No. Instead,
Oh my god,
he
I
got
can't believe he still hasn't
creative.
paid rent.
At some point, McDonald's Bosnia quietly connected its water pipes to the neighboring media company Avaz, meaning McDonald's
That's a great edit,
water
actually.
bill dropped to exactly 0, while the journalists next door unknowingly paid
No
for every
way!
flush toilet and
No
washed
fucking
tray.
way!
Pure
Holy
Balkan
scam
engineering.
artist!
But even that wasn't enough. The numbers were still slipping.
That's
So,
crazy!
Ikhtiarovich decided to do what every ambitious businessman in the region eventually does. Get political. By 2022, Bosnia
Guys,
was
what was
gearing
that?
up for another
Y'all see
national event
something?
it lovingly refers to as elections. A chaotic festival of nationalism, fear-mongering, and promises everyone knows won't be kept. And McDonald's Bosnia wanted in. Behind closed
How do you say
knows
this?
won't be
Wait.
kept. And McDonald's
Dalnodovic. Zasve nas. Predsjed. What the hell?
McDonald's Bosnia wanted in. Behind closed doors,
Hi, Lucy, please
Ikhtiarovich
notice me.
struck
You're a
a
slut.
deal with the Party of
I notice you're a
Democratic
whore.
Action, a Bosniak nationalist and Islamist political party. Suddenly,
No
McDonald's wasn't just selling burgers, it was selling ideology. Posters and banners appeared inside the restaurant, encouraging people to vote for a strong Muslim Bosnia. Imagine ordering a Big Mac while being gently reminded who to vote for. Well, in Bosnia, you didn't have to imagine. I mean, nothing says neutral global brand quite like political propaganda next to the ketchup dispenser.
Is that an edit? Is this real or is that a fucking edit? Because this is the funniest thing.
But while Ikhtiarovich and his political friends were having fun, they forgot about two very important parties, Raiffeisen Bank and McDonald's headquarters. Hey boss, it's been like 5 years, they still haven't paid rent. What are we gonna do? Nuke them. Raiffeisen filed a
Wait, is that
massive
simple?
lawsuit demanding over 500,000 euros in unpaid rent, plus
That's crazy.
interest. At the same time, both McDonald's corporate and Bosnia's federal government were officially notified about everything. The unpaid rent, the
Got his
stolen
ass.
water, and the political stunt. And McDonald's corporate was not amused. The company has...
Wait. So this is their representation of the McDonald's corporate. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa!
McDonald's corporate was not amused. The company has an extremely strict policy against franchisees engaging in political activity. Combine that
I can only
with
imagine
unpaid
why.
bills, legal exposure, and the fact that their brand was being turned into a Balkan joke, and the decision was easy. In 2023, McDonald's revoked the franchise license.
That's fucking
All the
crazy.
restaurants in the country were shut down, and just like that, McDonald's Bosnia was
Holy
dead.
shit,
After
the
just
lore.
over 10 years,
Mike Bain, thank you for the
McDonald's
2 years.
packed up and left the country
This was really
entirely.
recent?
No
Oh my god, this is a
farewell press
fresh wound.
conference, no explanation, just silence. The corporate equivalent of pretending your ex never existed. As for Ikhtiarovich, McDonald's didn't let him slide. Oh no. They filed a massive lawsuit against him and his company, demanding millions in damages. The case is still ongoing and details are scarce, but it's safe to say that the Bentley days are probably over. In 2024, Ikhtiarovich tried to fight back by suing a local news outlet called
What?
Rapport for covering the scandal.
Vex
The municipal
Atron,
court
thank
in
you for the
Sarajevo
sub.
dismissed the case almost immediately. politely
They
telling him
laughed
to
his ass
go
out of court.
fuck off. And that's the story of how one Bosnian businessman managed to embarrass, exploit, and ultimately kick out one of the most powerful corporations on earth. Not through activism, not through protest, but through pure, unfiltered
Certified
business.
Balkan
There's a
moment!
McDonald's in Bosnia.
Wait, there's a song?
McDonald's in Bosnia. Fighting to stay alive, there were only 5. All profit from the snacks been stacking up the back rent. License lost in Bosnia. License lost in Bosnia. Now we have just explained the cost here. How the whole thing dies from right-wing ties. How they were all caught up in scandals and corruption. All their sales were sloppy. The locals all preferred Jalopy. I bet the franchisee was like, aw shoot, when the bankers hit him with the lawsuit. Cause he put propaganda in the restaurant. And that is not what the investors want. Not what
They
the
only want corporate propaganda.
Shop next door cousin, a shady dilly side. Water freely running up the water bill. Money for the water bill. Not responding to the law until corporate came on down to take their dues. The dude was majorly sued, couldn't even sell the food. So, do you think the chain could survive?
Yeah, stealing
here
water
after
is
we
crazy.
Just explained the flaws to ya? No more McDonald's in Bosnia!
Holy banger alert! Spotify win. Holy banger alert. Holy shit, that was crazy. Wow. Wow. What a great video. What a great video. I learned something and they gave me a song at the end. I feel like a child who's like watching a kid's TV show. I'm watching Bluey and I feel so happy now. Holy peak. Pure cinema. Pure cinema, chatty. Pure cinema. The reason it failed in Bosnia is actually very simple. Bosnia already had its own crazy hamburger. Is this true? Is this true? Even in Belgrade right now, getting a proper meal in McDonald's would cost you almost the same as in a decent restaurant. This is true in America as well. This is true in America as well now. It's over. The McDonald's glory days are over. Wait, 53 maps that explain the Midwest? What the fuck are you guys submitting to me? What are you people submitting to me to watch? Oh wait, there's another McDonald's video. What the fuck? Okay, let's watch this one first. Well, yes.
If I walk around my neighborhood, I see the same shape, repeated over
I see the
and
same
over
shit
again.
too.
It's mostly on doors, front doors and screen doors, but also shutters and little
I thought it was just for
architectural
fun,
details.
just like for aesthetic
and garage
purposes.
doors. So many garage doors. It's even in my shop. I go through this door 20 times a day.
That's crazy.
And I never think about this shape right here. It's so
Chatty, none of the doors in my new apartment have this shape. Is that bad?
common that you might never have noticed it. But it's the same thing every time. A square
Am
or
I gonna die?
rectangle with beveled edges and a sharply
You're in a prison.
defined
Aw,
center
shit.
section. And the whole thing is captured inside a frame. It's called a raised panel. And
Okay.
it's not decorative, or at least it didn't start
It
out
kinda
that
is
way.
decorative.
The raised panel solves one of the biggest problems in construction.
Which is?
Wood movement. Wood is always changing shape. It absorbs moisture out of humid air and expands, and when the air dries out, wood loses water and shrinks. Even wood that's been painted or sealed still does this. It's always expanding and contracting. And the shrinking and swelling is bad enough, but wood also warps. It can bow along its length, it can crown across its width, or it can twist.
I didn't know this. I
so
thought
the
wood was pretty
ends
sturdy.
aren't parallel anymore. And if you're trying to build something
My
out of
wood is also
this
constantly moving. Can you go 5 seconds without talking about your dick, Leafy Eric? Can you go 5 seconds without talking about your fucking dick? Holy shit.
It's all pretty inconvenient. One of the earliest ways of solving this problem was
hydration.
just nailing stuff together, like on this nailed chest. Nails can flex, so they allow wood to shrink and swell, but nailing boards together keeps them from bowing or twisting. This
One of the black pills of the universe is how furniture, like new furniture, 99% of it is really awful and really bad. And it's not made out of real wood, so it's basically built to be destroyed within a couple years or so. And unless you're willing to spend a fortune, you genuinely can't afford to have like real wood furniture because it's made out of slop parts. Yeah, and that's 99% of furniture. I can't believe back in the day, you know, your family members, like 20 years ago, they used to just be able to go to the store and buy wood furniture, and then it would last them their whole fucking lives. The enshittification of everything is so fucking tragic.
chest is over 400 years old and still square and solid, but I bet you can see the problem. It's that lid. Centuries
The
of shrinking
lid.
and swelling have
No!
warped it horribly. It doesn't even close anymore. It's
You
the
don't
same
even
problem
close.
with doors. You can't just have a plank of wood floating in midair. It's going to move and warp and stop working. If
Then, Miss,
only
thank you for
there
the
were a
16
way
months. I
to put
appreciate
a
it.
frame around that door or lid to hold it flat. Well,
There's a
early
way.
woodworkers were pretty smart, and they started doing exactly that. Take the piece of wood for a door, shrink it a little bit, and then put it in a frame.
Slide that baby.
But,
Oh.
and here's the real killer innovation. The frame is connected at the corners with joints and glue, but this center
Oh my
section,
God.
which we call the panel,
Dr. Galaxy,
isn't
thank you for the sub.
attached
Welcome.
to the frame in any way. No nails, no glue. Instead, there's a groove around the inside of the frame, and the panel sits a little loose in the groove.
Okay.
So when it gets humid and that panel expands, there's room. But the frame also holds the panel flat, so it can't bow
This
or
was
twist.
peak
Once
technological
you get the
advancement back then. This is peak knowledge to me right now.
concept down, it's pretty easy to see
2026.
this as the door or lid for any piece of furniture, or even the door to your house. But then you might look at it and think, wait a second, why not just make a whole piece of furniture just from this construction? Historically, nails were expensive, so if you get rid of the nails and make the whole thing from panels in a frame, you'd save money.
Nails are expensive.
It also looks cool. Imagine a chest as a set of boards. Now, shrink the boards and make them into panels and put a frame around each one. Compared to a box that's just nailed together, this is much more elegant. If you're making furniture professionally, you can charge more money for this because rich people will want it.
So
Early
true.
frame and panel stuff just had a flat panel with no decorative edge because that's easy to make. And the flat panel is also
Oh my God, it's
classic
all
look.
making sense
But
why
you
wood
also
furniture
wanna
looks
use
like
a
this
pretty
now.
thick panel because that's more durable. You've just got to thin down that edge just enough so you can jam it into that frame. You might think woodworkers would make a neat little shelf on that edge. We call this a rabbet, and it would fit that groove perfectly. But time is money, and that's actually too much work. The easiest way to do it was just hack a bevel into that edge with an axe or a hand plane. It doesn't matter if that edge has a slope, as long as it's
cut my
thin
finger right
enough
off.
to fit into the groove.
Just
so
gone.
early furniture makers would just take whatever tool and blast away enough material to get the fit. This was rough work, and no one thought about making those bevels look good. Remember that chest we just looked at? Check out the inside of the lid. Look at those sloppy, uneven edges. This was normal for a long time, from the Middle Ages up through the Jacobean period.
Disgusting.
Oh, and I'm thinking about turning this video into a whole series called The Secret History of Wood. If you'd like to see more videos about, like, who invented...
This is wood slop. You only like it because it was expensive because it's made of wood.
...invented dovetails, or where did sandpaper come from? Go ahead and leave me a comment down below. Now, this rough, beveled panel with a flat face was the standard for centuries. But eventually, someone made those bevels even and smooth, with nice, crisp corners.
Wow,
and that
how'd he do
woodworker
it?
thought, hey, we should flip that panel around and show
Harsh
those
Five,
details
thanks for the
off.
sub, welcome.
Introducing the raised panel. It's exactly like the flat panel, but flipped around to show off those smooth, even bevels. It adds a ton of visual interest with roughly the same amount of work. This type of panel became especially popular in England in the 1660s, when Dutch influence made furniture much fancier and more stylish. But there's
Lucy
one
probably
more
has no
step
idea
in
how
the
much work this is. Hours upon days upon weeks. Fuck you.
evolution of this style.
Trolley, what's wrong with you today? Did you have a bad day yesterday? Are you angry? Did you have bad sleep? Why are you rage baiting me today?
Here, the border between the bevels and the center of the panel is kind of fuzzy and indistinct. The last thing is to add a sharp edge all around the inside of the panel. Now,
He's doing
that
a little bit of
inside section
trolling.
is called the field,
We gotta
and
kill
the
him.
whole thing
We gotta
is
kill him,
called
Chetty.
a raised and
Kitty,
fielded
welcome.
panel. And this classic look is everywhere in Western culture.
Not good
It
enough.
isn't
I
just
pull the trigger.
On furniture and doors, you can find entire rooms built from raised and fielded panels. And all of this made perfect sense when we were still building everything out of solid wood, and wood movement was a constant problem. But what about my shop door? I mean,
Yeah, what about it?
It's not made out of wood. Not even close. Why does it still look like an antique?
I think that reaction is why I subscribed, GG. The reaction of me getting mad at a chatter? Are you a fucking masochist?
Wooden door from an 18th century house? Well, most of it is just looks. I mean, you can buy a plain flat door, but it's really boring. If you just mold in some of these frame and panel details, the whole door looks a lot more classy and elegant, not like a cheap fiberglass door, which is what it actually is.
What if I have a fiberglass
These
door?
details just give a subtle feeling of class and dignity to something that would otherwise be very bland and boring. But
I think I do.
There's another super important reason that the frame and panel style keeps hanging around. Light. Early furniture builders were masters of light and shadow. They understood how light falling across certain details could create dramatic effects. Look at this single panel from my garage door. It's a classic raised and fielded panel, and we've seen it a million times.
Thank you for the
But
19
look at how
months.
the
Every
morning
time with
light
you.
separates the shape into distinct sections and creates shades of color. The whole thing is white, but that slanting light creates a brilliant white, a softer and more cream-colored white, a subtle gray, and a dark gray that's almost black. The raised panel shape interacts with natural light to make a whole palette of colors. It gives huge visual interest to something that could just be
Next, you're gonna tell me that woodwork is an art.
I think most people go through more or less their entire lives without ever noticing raised panels, even though they're all around us. But what's cool about this detail is once you see it, you can't unsee it. And now I bet you'll look around your home and your neighborhood and see raised panels
I probably
everywhere.
will.
It's actually cool once you learn how to look for them. And if you're new to this channel, we mostly teach accessible,
We got wood
low-cost
autism.
hand tool woodworking.
Wood
so
slop
when we come back, our
autism is
next video
crazy.
gonna be
This
a
is
complete
peak.
tutorial on how to make raised panels.
Chatty, would you guys like to learn how to make wood furniture so that I could purchase it from you for a decent price instead of like $3,000 for a, you know, like a bedside little TV, like a little stand, like little small bedside table? Don't want to pay $3,000 for that if you guys don't mind. I would just appreciate if you guys would, like, you know, like, let's learn to help each other, because when we start our cult, we're gonna have to make our own furniture, you know? Yeah, cheap furniture is terrible. Many such cases. Many such cases. Okay, let's say here. 53 maps that explain the Midwest. I'll give this video a shot.
I'm convinced that you can find the most Midwestern state
But at
using
1.25.
maps.
that useful to you? Oh, you betcha, yeah.
It's easy to
I know
start
nothing about the
eliminating
Midwest.
options. Maine is out. California is gone.
Yeah, fuck
It's a
California.
question that, thanks to high school and college, I've always wondered about. What makes a state
It's in the
Midwestern?
middle
And I want to make it
of
even
America.
harder. What is the most Midwestern state? And what does that
What
even
is
mean?
the most Midwestern state?
What was it?
We didn't hear anything.
I'm using maps and statistics to explain it. Some of them you'd expect, but some
Indiana.
of them you never would. And I polled thousands of people to figure out which state is Midwestist. These states are
The
going
most
to enter
Midwestern
into
is
a
Iowa.
tournament
I can
of
believe
10
that.
rounds to figure out which one is the most Midwestern.
A flyover
This
state?
debate
Yeah,
is consumed
Indiana
to the
or
internet,
North
and it
Dakota.
should, because this is a debate about what makes up America.
Yeah.
This is my starting list of Midwestish states. And
Midwestish.
even this might seem a little absurd to you. Colorado, really? But it is not so easy. On page 158
I mean, it is in the middle.
of Timothy Flint's 1833 book, he said the Middle Western states included Tennessee. In 1862, President Abraham Lincoln described the Midwest as the Great Interior
Damn,
region. It
I
was
mean,
bounded
they're
east by
right.
the Alleghenies,
They're right,
north
though.
by the British Dominion, and south
Maybe
by
they're
the
onto
line
something.
along which the culture of corn and cotton meets. So if you thought I was dumb for putting Colorado on this list, take it up with Lincoln.
I am the President of the United States of America, clothed in immense power.
So
Why does he sound like that one clip where there's the autistic surgeon and he's like, I am a surgeon! I am a surgeon! I am the American president!
right here, this is one of my favorite books about the Midwest. He uses a quote that regions are best understood as dynamic processes, part of a continuous shaping of human culture. In 1980, students considered this a composite view of the Middle West. It was
Surgeons
compiled
are
from
cute,
maps drawn by
kinda.
students from 32
They're
different
ugly
states.
cute.
You can see at this time, this area right here is
Right,
the heart
that's
of
the
the
most
Midwest. But then the book goes on to show that citizens from each state are constantly putting themselves in the Midwest. If you look right here, you can see that more than 90% of respondents in these sections put themselves in the Midwest. He also has this great
Okay.
section of maps that shows the Middle West as seen from certain states, and the boundaries of the Midwest shift accordingly. Here you have the Middle West as seen from Nebraska. Here, the Midwest as seen
So
from
none
North
of you
Dakota.
know where you are.
Here you've got the Middle West
You
as
have
seen
an
from
identity
New York,
crisis.
and the Midwest as seen
Just
from
leave the
California.
Midwest.
The
There's a reason
definition
no one
is
lives
shifting
there.
every single time. I also love this map that he has. It's the
Pick
use
a
of
side,
Midwestern
west
and
or
Middle
east.
Western
Don't be
in the names of
indecisive.
businesses and organizations. And you can see here that they're intensifying further over. You can find this debate throughout the 1980s. Right here, the Middle West review included Montana and Wyoming. Modern debates are just as contentious, and there is no clarity on what a Midwestern state is. You can see here that Amazon actually splits the Midwest into a
That's
couple of
crazy.
regions. For logistical reasons, there's
What
they
the
take on
hell?
the Midwest that
Wait,
kind of
wait.
to a couple of regions.
The Midwest? What? That's the Mid-East, bro. That's the fucking Mid-East. What the hell?
For logistical reasons, they take on the Midwest that kind of splits it into a bunch of different regions entirely. He's got little unique names for them. He calls all this part of Yankeedom. So New Yorkers and Wisconsinites are part of the same region to him. While
What the
over here
fuck?
you can see this red section is all part of one united region that he likes to think of as the Midlands. Is he right? I
Midlands.
don't know, but it does make you think. The Data and
This looks
Politics
like a
site
fantasy
538
map
did a survey asking
that
which
you see
states
in a
did you
book
consider part of the Midwest,
Barnes and Noble
they came
selling
up with a
high
map
on
that looked
TikTok.
like this. You can see that some people, even in these fringe states, identify as Midwesterners. Should I take off Pennsylvania? So like right here, 81%
As you
of respondents
should.
considered Illinois to be part of the Midwest, but 10% considered
I have absolutely no beef with Pennsylvanians, and genuinely, I'm quite scared of you people, especially if you're from the Philadelphia area. You genuinely frighten me, and I don't want any beef. Please do not set me on fire.
Wyoming to be a solidly Midwestern state. YouGov also did a poll that had a similar result. So how do we possibly narrow this down? Okay, so I want to actually take a quick break to go get gas. So the free Upside app lets you get cash back on stuff you were already
Ain't no way! How did he just fucking threw it at me?
You use your
How did he get me? How did he get me, bro?
seem like the answer, but it is actually not that simple. Go ahead and look here at the National Park Service. They organize their regional offices in ways that roughly mirror what we think of as the Midwest, but
He went in dry as hell. He did not, like, damn.
there's Arkansas in here. This Department of the Interior map is based on watersheds, and they organize things differently too. There's the Missouri Basin, the Great Lakes, the Mississippi Basin, because they're considering physical
So there's no
geography,
such thing
not
as the
cultural
Midwest.
geography. The United States grid is split along
Is what I'm
different lines.
understanding.
And what is Midwestern is totally different here. USPS splits up the country as well. They have these central retail and delivery areas. They have
USPS.
cute little nicknames for each of the states because they split the states
cute.
up. So
That's
Iowa
cute. Oh my
becomes
God.
Hawkeye, and
Why?
parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin become Northland.
Why?
It is the census region for the United States that gives us a strong starting point of 12 states. And I think it's completely reasonable to consider
West,
this
North,
part
Central.
of the Midwest.
Northwest,
So I
Central.
put
Why would you say
viewers of
West,
this
North,
channel
Central?
in a showdown format in which I had one state face off against another state to see which was the most Midwestern according to your votes. I had to make some hard choices, but I feel pretty good about the results that the poll came up with.
Okay.
To find the most Midwestern state, we're going to use a lot more maps. And I'm going to rank the states according to the most influential maps over the course of a number of rounds. But the first ranking is going to be based off what you voted for as the most Midwestern state.
I think the audience
in
will
my
be
poll.
more right than this
Round
guy.
one is done.
Wisconsin?
Wisconsin's in the lead.
Really?
Iowa is close after it. and
Really?
Minnesota is
Wisconsin
in third.
over Iowa? I disagree. I think Iowa definitely
Let's
over
start with
Wisconsin.
geography. There is a fascinating section in this book where he actually mentions that it was in the 1920s when people started to split out the urban areas of the Midwest
What would
from
you
the
put there?
rural ones.
Fucking
It doesn't
Iowa over
necessarily have to be that
Wisconsin.
way, but we do have a primarily rural image of the Midwest. And I think we have to rate that in our rankings. I like this David Montgomery map because rather than being defined by state
Man, there's a lot of
boundaries, it
maps
shows
in the
that
world.
a lot of people view the Midwest as an urban-rural thing. Now, interestingly, this is not just a map of commute times, because commute times
My favorite thing about the Midwest is how a lot of it is just land and barely any people.
are actually kind of evenly distributed across the country, and they get longer around cities for the most part. The map of population density looks like this.
Just a
Darker
fucking
it is, the
wasteland
denser a
in
state
there.
is when it comes to population density. And you can see right here that the Midwest is relatively low in density. We have to include that in the rankings. Ranked, it looks like this. That sends Iowa into the lead. Climate is another
course, as
obvious
it should
hallmark
be.
of Midwesternness. Now, you could just go with a climate map of the average temperature in January in the United States, but I think there are some more creative ways to get at this issue.
So
this one
wait,
of basements
what
is actually
temperature
kind of
should the
interesting.
Midwest be?
You see, foundations have to extend below the frost line,
I don't know
so
that
basements
far.
are going to be more common in the Midwest, and they are less likely to flood. This is one of those statistics that seems super boring on its face, but then you think about it, and you realize that the culture of your childhood or your
At least
teenagedom
70-ish
is
in
shaped a lot
January?
by if you have a basement. But I think the most fun map to look at is this map of snow days. It shows how much snow
That's crazy.
is required
Are you
to
serious?
cancel school. You can see that
Yeah,
right
that's
here.
the
Any
South. What are
snow
you
is going to
talking
get you
about?
canceled in Florida. But then look at 24 inches and above. Right here around Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where I went to high school, you had to get more than a foot, at least, to have school be canceled.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
that definitely took Minnesota into the lead. Now, flatness might seem like another obvious geographic cue for the Midwest. That is why I was so amused
Never
to
seen
find
snow in
this
Florida,
paper.
never seen
it
God
ranked
there
states
either.
by flatness, and hilariously, Florida is way flatter
Would
than
not catch
Kansas.
the Lord
That
dead in
said, I
Florida.
think you have to include flatness in any sort of ranking of the Midwest. All of our Midwestern states are in the top half, but Wisconsin is just barely there. That leaves us with Minnesota is in the lead, Iowa is second, and Wisconsin is number 3. Now, I feel like you have to bring up demographic and racial
Wisconsin
composition
keeps
because
falling
so
off.
much of the imagery of the Midwest is focused around whiteness in the 1950s. However, I want to at least make the argument that being Midwestern is more complicated than that. You could argue that really being Midwestern
Guys, being Midwestern, it's more complicated. You can't just be white in the Midwest and say, I'm the most Midwestern. Or can you? Godfather channel, thank you for the 11 months, blah,
is
blah.
being German. as this map shows. It is by far the most common ethnicity. Contrast this to, say, the South, where a lot more people are English, or to areas of Texas, where Spanish heritage is a lot more common. Here is a simplified map from the US Census that shows the largest white alone group for every state. Although, interestingly, New York, New Jersey do have more Italian heritage. All this affects slang and...
Chat, why does New York have more Italian heritage? What happened in New York that there were so many Italians there, Chatty?
cuisine, which we will get to later. Black Americans
Right after somebody named Godfather Channel resubscribes to me, I'm being targeted, I think.
are largely clustered around cities in the Midwest, as this map of composition...
Chatty, I have no intentions of harming myself. If I don't come to the next stream, you just know something happened to me. I did not do it to myself.
2000 shows. The green means a denser population of Black Americans. You can pretty clearly see Chicago and Milwaukee on the map here, and a less significant population in other areas of the Midwest, which are pretty white, in this case literally. However, if you compare that to a map from 1900, you will see that the Great Migration from south to north created a generation of Black Americans who were distinctly Midwestern in opposition to Southern Black Americans. I want to also draw your attention...
I like the idea that, like, Black people from the South and then Black people from the Midwest were just, like, fighting each other. They were just like,
Some other things that deserve inclusion and recognition. For example, Hmong Americans are very common in Minnesota and Wisconsin. There are also other unique demographic pockets in the Midwest. Like in this map of Somali population, you can see that there's a significant Somali population in Minnesota. You'll also find disproportionate representation of Arab Americans in Michigan. Go ahead and zoom in. You can see right here, you have a pretty large Arab American population, especially considering the rest of the country and the rest of the Midwest. You can see that the American Indian tribes in this region are pretty heterogeneous and they're different.
Dude, at this rate, this guy's gonna convince me that America isn't just white people, which is like crazy. I've never heard this before.
Of course, from the ones on the West and the East Coast. I'm not trying to persuade you that the Midwest isn't white. I'm just trying to say that to fully capture the story of the Midwest, you have to go beyond that white imagery.
What is your argument, bro? What is your argument? Oh my god, yes, we know that it's not literally only white people that live in the Midwest, but when you think about a Midwestern person, what's the first thing that comes to your mind,
dude? That is so commonly associated with it. If you actually look at the stats of the least diverse states,
when you think about West Virginia, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? That's right, a redneck with a baseball cap on, ripped up shirt, fucking his sister.
West Virginia,
it
Vermont,
doesn't matter that not all of them are like that.
Much less diverse than most of these Midwestern states. So whiteness is really more of a New England thing than it is a Midwestern thing. However, there are a lot of Midwestern...
What? Massachusetts whiter. Massachusetts whiter than the Midwest. No way.
States
no
in that
way.
Top half, ranked here from least diverse to most, we have our states. All right, let's see the standings. It is neck and neck right now between Minnesota and Iowa.
Do you want an apple or do you want an orange? That's democracy.
So as a counterpoint to that lack of diversity, I want to highlight democratic ideals, which is a big part of Midwestern...
What is going on here?
...identity.
I also like bananas. Exactly.
Go ahead and look at this off-year election map in 2022. It shows turnout. And you can see that there is definitely a cluster of higher turnout in the Midwest in elections. And remember, this is in 2020.
Well, you know, there's like 5 people there. So like they all live in the same place and they can all just like make it a date night. Just like go to the polls together.
So it's a year that wasn't even a big election year. The Midwest overrepresents when it comes to showing up at the polls. Now, because some states might have had more important elections that year.
They all live in the same place with the same voting booths,
I'm going to use the 2024 map and the according rankings to figure out which Midwestern states are the most interested in politics. Those rankings are...
I'm about to play the dumbest I ever have in my life, Chatty. I just want you to know I've never heard of a politic. I don't know anything about a politic. I barely even live in America. I don't go outside. I don't know anything that's happening. I know nothing about current world events. Do not ask for commentary on any of them.
Okay, boom. Minnesota's looking strong, folks, but we've got a few more rounds to go, and we're getting to...
Oh no! Oh no!
An important step. For fun, I had you rank the top Midwestern foods, and there is some educational stuff here. I want to tell you why I'm not going to have cheese be a Midwestern ranking, because this map right here actually led me to believe that cheese isn't quite as Midwestern as we think.
Cheese?
It shows cheese production...
Wait. Cheese is... cheese. Cheese is Midwestern.
By state. And as you would expect, Wisconsin is the biggest, but California right here is pretty close to the top. It easily beats out Minnesota,
What?
Iowa,
Then why are we
Ohio,
arguing
and
about
Illinois.
this?
And even New York produces more cheese than, say, Minnesota.
So
I'm not
they have
convinced that
nothing. They have
cheese
nothing.
production is a universally Midwestern
Once again, Midwestern America is a nothing burger
thing.
of a
I think
region.
it really is a Wisconsin phenomenon. The butter burger is largely another Wisconsinism. A great proxy for that is locations at the Culver's
Did you
chain,
just say Wisconsinism?
which sells butter burgers and also custard. You can see that those are definitely
Floridaism. Californiaism. New Yorkism. Texasism.
clustered in the Midwest, but largely in Wisconsin. Other local delicacies like runza are isolated in Nebraska. Look at this map of runza locations. There's definitely something Midwestern going on here, but it's largely a Nebraska phenomenon.
Something
Casserole is
Midwestern going
probably a
on here.
reflection of canned food popularity, while fish fries are definitely about Catholicism.
You can take casserole out of the cold, dead hands of the Southerners. So what you're telling me is that the Midwest has nothing.
This map shows America's most Catholic states, and you can see that there is a bit of a cluster here in the Midwest, though it pales in comparison to New York. So I don't think Catholicism is a particularly Midwestern thing. This green right here is Lutheran, so if
What the
anything,
hell?
Midwesterners are more likely to be Lutheran.
That's why we Lutherans use great Kool-Aid for the blood of Christ.
But I do think that the third most
Aw,
Midwestern food,
I wish I
corn,
had Kool-Aid at
leads us
church.
somewhere important.
Is this heaven? No. It's Iowa.
No, it's Iowa.
Funnily enough, you can see the representation of corn when you look at maps of ethanol using states. Look, this
That's a
is
brand new sentence.
number of public E85 ethanol stations, but we can certainly be more direct than that. There's a bunch of different ways you could slice this, but this map shows corn for grain. Iowa's at the top, Illinois is second, and Nebraska is third when it comes to corn. After that,
Very
Minnesota and
interesting.
Iowa are tied, my friends. Next, we've got to talk about soybeans. Okay, so here's planted acreage
Soybeans
by
are
county.
Midwestern?
I'm picking this because I think it really reflects how Midwestern a state
I think
seems.
Chatty
how
told
much of
me
this
about this a
acreage
while
is
back.
devoted to soybeans. Now,
In
you can
fact,
see
maybe
right here
that
that my choice to
conversation is what
exclude North
motivated
Dakota
them submitting
is a little
this
bit
video.
unfair because there's a lot of soybean planted in North Dakota. Folks, Iowa just went into the lead, but we also have to include at least a little bit about where people
Soy boys are Midwestern? Holy fucking shit, we've come full circle. We've come full circle.
eat. I am choosing Dairy Queen. This is Warren Buffett's favorite restaurant, supposedly, and it is just the most Midwestern universal chain. We need to create an index of
I
people
want a
who
Dairy
know
Queen.
you can turn a blizzard
Dude, this is making me want Dairy Queen. Stop it.
upside down.
Stop!
So here is the map of
Now
the
I
number of
want ice
DQ locations in
cream.
every state. You can see that there's definitely a Midwestern cluster here, but we need to correct this for population because otherwise Texas would take it away. You find that the Midwest does have more
Texas
Dairy
would
Queens
take
per
everything if
person
they
than a lot of other places. And you come up with this ranking. Minnesota, Iowa, and Indiana take the lead. 75 to 75 right now. This is crazy. Slang is where
It's
a
gonna
lot of
be
these
Iowa.
other things meet. I had you rank the most Midwestern slang. Pop versus soda is
You
up there, and
betcha.
that will
You
contribute
betcha.
to our rankings.
Don't
but
you
before
know?
I get to that,
Up
I
north?
want to get into the slang that defines the Midwest. And there are lots of fascinating little examples.
Supper? Supper is not Midwestern. That's Southern. My grandma says supper.
That aren't pan-Midwest, but they're super interesting. I want to show you this hilarious map. It is a map of where they say duck, duck, goose, or duck, duck, gray duck. There are a ton of fascinating things like this. Linguists have a bunch of tools
Kitty
that
corner? That's gotta be like slang for a brothel or like a street corner where you could pick up women.
split up the United States. Here is how they split up what they call the Midwest, but they agree that this is a sort of slippery concept. So this map right here shows the relative high of AE in bat, bad, etc. So you're thinking like bat, bad, versus bat or bad. There was a bat in my garage, you know, like that
My
kind of
garage.
thing. Right here, they've mapped what they consider to be the dialects of the North
I think we should make fun of Midwestern accents more. That's corny.
and the Midland, and you can see that they've actually split up these middle areas from more northern areas, which have linguistic trends that are similar to other northern parts of the United States. I want to show you a little about this book. This is a really fun book. It's called Speaking American by Josh Katz, and it maps out a bunch of dialectical
Mandatory reading for everybody in the UK once we all take over and force you to learn to speak American.
data across the United States. So these are the areas that say aunt and these are the ones that say ant. There are other fun Midwesternisms in here that are less quantifiable, like where they ask, "You coming with?" and where they don't ask that. You can see that it's definitely a Midwestern thing. But of course, the most famous, distinctly Midwestern thing is pop versus soda. So popversussoda.com has a really detailed map of where they say pop or soda.
I hate pop. It's soda.
Green and yellow here is tilting towards pop, whereas the pink and blue are soda, and then also Coke down here in the South. So you can see here in the Midwest, it is definitely disproportionately pop, though fascinatingly in Wisconsin, you're gonna find a little more soda. After tens of thousands of submissions, it not only includes this map of pop versus soda, but also statistics on what people in each state said.
Wow, this is getting very scientific.
Throughout this, I've been surprised to see how closely the quantitative measurements mirror the qualitative measurements that you all made when voting in the poll. And it goes to show that our subjective experience of the world, the way that things feel, really is affected by stuff like geography and immigration and public policy.
You discover the real secret of America right here in the Middle West. Don't you see what I mean?
It can seem boring, but then I think back on experiences in my life. I remember when we first moved to Wisconsin and you could order brats at McDonald's.
What is
now
that?
I understand that, not just as something that happened to me, but
No,
as
I've
a
never seen
reflection
this
of
before.
Wisconsin's German heritage. Or when I went down
McDonald's went German? I need every McDonald's in this country closed down now.
on the street and saw that there was a church that offered German language services. Or when I worked as a waiter and the Friday night fish fries were always crowded, and having moved to Wisconsin from the South, I'd never even heard of a fish fry before. It's more serious than that too. Why was my high school so much whiter than the high school that I'd gone to in the South? Or why did my college have this thing called the Wisconsin Idea, where they cared a lot about engaging with the outside world? All of these abstract things are tied to real trends that you can map and see in the Midwest. I'm gonna go ahead and submit the last round. All right, we have an updated...
Chatty, this is a part of my life and my live stream where I confess to you that where I went to school, it was quite white. It was quite white indeed. The most non-white that we had was there were these two siblings who were from Hawaii who moved there, and to this day I don't know why they were there. I'm not sure what opportunity was in that little tiny ass town that their parents found, but like they were there. Good for them, but I to this day I still question. That's the kind of town you're just born into and you're stuck in because you don't have enough money to leave. Who would willingly choose to go there?
Ranking Minnesota 85 to 83. Nebraska has come in third at 63. And Missouri is the least Midwestern.
Missouri.
Whoa.
What the hell? They call it Missouri?
All right, that is it for this one. I'm about to shoot the thumbnail, but I would love to know what you
Okay,
think.
so
Did I find the Midwestest
it's
state?
Iowa? So
I'll
it's
admit
Iowa?
It was a little bittersweet for me to see Wisconsin.
Pyre. You heard the map, man. You gotta build your throne in Minnesota. You lucked out. That's the state with your favorite McDonald's. It's also a weeb state with a lot Asian foods. It's also the main hub for flights to Japan. Its airport even has its text in Japanese.
Void Spark, thank you for the 300 bits. Minnesota, guys.
And lose, and also Iowa. I thought Iowa was gonna take it away, but I did kind of convince myself with the methodology. But I'd love to know your tweets.
Is this a tourism ad? A tourism ad to Minnesota right now is pretty insane.
And of course, any debates, I will try to chime in as well. If you
Void Spark, has your employment changed recently?
haven't been here before, I have a newsletter that I put out with every video, and it gets into something that I couldn't get into in the video proper. It's hosted on Patreon, but it is free to check out. You just click on over. It's got all my sources for this video. There are a lot. And it also has an article about one book that I ended up cutting out, but I thought it was really funny. It's a dictionary of Upper Midwest English, so it's narrowed in on that.
This is crazy. So what I learned is full Minnesota sweep. Total Minnesota victory. Congratulations. What McDonald's menu items look like around the world? Every time I see the Japan McDonald's items, I get extreme envy and jealousy because why are they allowed to have good things and we never do? Every fucking time, bro.
When traveling, you're more than likely to try delicious, authentic food found in the country that you're in, not fast food chains. I mean, who travels across the country to try McDonald's? But McDonald's is the second biggest fast food chain in the world, and it's all over. Its menu items actually differ
what is
depending
that?
on where you are, like the McFalafel in Sweden or the
The
McSpicy
what?
Panera in India.
Oh,
Let's
that-
take a
yeah,
look
that
at
looks
what
good.
McDonald's menu items look like around the world.
What is that? Like a soup? Is that corn soup?
You can get a really good kick of heat with Thailand's Kaprao crispy chicken rice.
Oh my
It's
god, that
rice served with
wait, never
chicken
mind.
curry.
I don't understand. Why does it look so wet? But like, I would love some rice from McDonald's.
It's actually really good. It's like sweet and spicy, but honestly, you wouldn't think it came
It's the
from
sauce.
McDonald's.
Get the sauce out of
And
there.
for dessert, try its Thai pie. It's stuffed with black sticky rice and young coconut that oozes
No, thank
when
you.
you bite
I'll skip
into
that
it.
one. I'll skip that one. I'll skip that one. Stop coming.
Canada's poutine is a can't miss. It's
Canada's poutine is a extremely can miss by never going to Canada. Love yourself. Don't do that.
fries topped with cheese curds and gravy. It first appeared in Quebec in the 1950s, and you can try it at some Canadian McDonald's.
Ugh, looks nasty as hell.
While the Big Mac may be one of McDonald's most popular beef burgers, that's not the case in India.
I wonder why. Wait, guys, what is it about India where a fucking hamburger, a fucking hamburger wouldn't be the most popular choice?
About 95%
Let's think about
of the
it.
world's Hindus live in India. Cows are sacred in Hinduism, so practicing Hindus don't eat them.
This video is made
As
for
a
5-year-olds.
substitution, the
It's their first day on
Maharaja
Earth.
Mac uses chicken and adds heat with jalapenos. It's also estimated that anywhere between 20 to 30% of India's population is vegetarian, more than
30 to 40% just straight vegetarian.
any other
Interesting.
country. And many people that do eat meat don't eat it often. The McSpicy Paneer and McAloo Tikki are two vegetarian sandwich options in India.
I wonder
The
how it
McSpicy
is. I would
paneer
try
is fried
this. I'm
cheese with
interested.
lettuce
I'm interested.
And spicy sauce. Paneer is the common cheese used throughout the Indian subcontinent. The McAloo Tikki is a fried potato and pea patty with veg
I don't know
sauce,
about that one.
ketchup,
I don't know about that
tomato,
one.
and
I don't know
onion.
about that one.
Like India,
Sweden?
many sweet
Hell no! I don't even have to fucking know what they're selling in Sweden in McDonald's. I'm not fucking eating it.
enjoy the vegetarian lifestyle.
Hell no!
Sweden's McDonald's offers items such as McFalafel with 4 or 9 pieces of falafel bites.
And yet they make something that looks like it could be
It
good.
also sells the McVegan,
The
a soy
McVegan?
vegan burger. One of
Why are the Swedes so soy, Chatty?
our producers, Ju, tried it herself.
Gloria, thank you
Here's
for
what
7
she
months. I
thought.
appreciate it.
That's the third
Wait.
child, Lucy. Please, I can't anymore.
Can you not say it like that? You're actually getting me bricked up. Like the idea that you've gotten pregnant so many times and you're just like, shut up.
With tomato powder, onions, and peppers. So, like, what you're expecting from here is quite like a juicy soy protein burger.
Juicy
but with
soy
quite a strong,
protein
like,
burger.
vegetable taste to it as well. It's not really flavoursome. It just tastes like quite a good standard veggie burger. Like
Nobody
with
eats at
soy
McDonald's in
protein.
Sweden? Are you
certainly
Swedish,
looks very, very
Waxic?
impressive. Like, I really like the colour of it.
Waxic is like, I need Lucy Pyre to know that I am avoiding the soy in Sweden.
In
I
Hong Kong,
recognize
the
that.
company created the first McDonald's Next, a sophisticated and modern version of the restaurant with an
What the
open
hell?
kitchen, hand washing tables, and silverware.
I don't need this from McDonald's.
At
I'm
this
gonna be real.
McDonald's,
I don't
you
need
can
that.
get gourmet
I don't need all that.
burgers, rich desserts, and matcha drinks.
What the?
like
That's
the
good.
soy milk matcha latte and shake fries, which are also available in other Asian countries.
Shit. I changed my mind. I do need
Taiwan
that.
has an extensive breakfast menu, and a lot
No.
of its breakfast sandwiches are made with toast.
Why is it on regular bread?
Like this one with pork, cheese, and cabbage. You can also get items
No.
like corn soup.
No,
and just like
no,
shake
no.
fries, some countries in Asia have shake chicken too.
Interesting. I would try that.
Switzerland's McDonald's offers a quinoa curry burger. It's a quinoa veggie patty topped with lettuce, tomato, garlic, and curry sauce between a ciabatta bun.
Milk toast,
If you're
just like
familiar
the
with
country.
American McDonald's, you know that there's only 2 flavors of McFlurries. Oreo
I love McFlurry!
But Switzerland has Toblerone McFlurry.
But only, like, when the employee daps me up. I only like McFlurries when the employee daps me up. Because if they give you the shitty McFlurry where it's 99% vanilla and once you get past the Oreos, it's all fucked up and it's like not even worth eating anymore, that's a shame. But when they dap you up, that shit's the best shit you'll ever have from a fast food place.
The country is known for great chocolate, and Toblerone was invented there. So it's only fair that they made their own version.
I can't
of a
believe
McFlurry.
I've never had a Toblerone.
Our
Is this
producer
normal?
Graham tasted it.
That's amazing. That's so rich and creamy and sweet. That's delicious. I mean, it tastes kind of like a chocolate milkshake. Very good. I love that. I love that.
I don't think so. I probably wouldn't care for that too much. Wow, the
Salmon
United
is
States!
a common cuisine in Hawaii. The traditional noodle dish which can be found at Hawaii's McDonald's. It serves the noodles in a broth with char siu, fish cake, nori, and egg. Spam is also a huge part of Hawaiian culture, and McDonald's offers
I had Spam for the first time in my life recently. It was bad. Didn't
a
like it.
breakfast platter with Spam, Portuguese sausage, eggs, and rice.
Spam hate. Spam
Pair it
hate.
with a taro pie.
Press 1 to
made with
hate
the
Spam.
tropical
Press
root
2 to
vegetable
betray me and
taro.
everything about me. Ew.
South Africa's menu has a buri burger. You
Look
can
at all
get
these
it with
fucking
1 or
traders in
2
this chat,
patties,
bro.
and it's served with ketchup, mustard, and grilled onions.
Fucking traders.
Bori
You
is
cannot
special
be
to
trusted.
South Africa. It is short for borivores, which translates to farmer.
That is so damn.
Sausage in Afrikaans.
Hold it in.
Meat pies have been a staple in New Zealand since early British settlement and can be found
Hold it
anywhere
in,
from
hold it in,
bakeries
hold it
to
in.
gas stations and even in the country's McDonald's. The Georgie pie is a square-shaped pastry filled with ground beef and cheese. Japan has
Oh
a
my
pretty
god, thank Japan! It's my favorite! But unironically.
extensive menu of burgers, and among them is a teriyaki burger.
Never mind,
a
I don't
beef
want it.
patty with lettuce and teriyaki sauce.
Never mind, I don't want it.
It also has an ebi fileo, a breaded shrimp patty.
No, thank you.
And
It's
if you're
over.
thirsty,
It's over.
try
Japan
the
betrayed
melon
me.
McFloat.
No, I'd try
It's
that, though. I'd try
Fanta
that.
with
I'd try
vanilla
that.
soft serve. A lot of McDonald's make you pay extra for condiments, especially their dipping sauces.
Evil.
But in Mexico, they do it a little differently. Instead, it has a complimentary salsa bar. Use it
I
on
know
the
that
special
shit
breakfast
is
platter.
unsanitary.
It comes
They're
with
always
sausage,
unsanitary.
scrambled
Like when they
eggs,
just
and
leave the
beef
condiments out
molletes,
like that, it's always
bread
gross.
that comes with refried beans, white American cheese, and salsa. In Mexico's McDonald's, you can also try a pie de queso. It's
Okay.
a classic handheld pie crust.
Is that like
filled
a
with
cheesecake
sweet
type
cream
of thing?
cheese.
Because that would probably be good. Damn, I bet that's fire.
Rice is a staple food in Indonesia. The country produces over 60 million tons per year.
Dude, next you're gonna tell me they like rice in Asia. That's crazy.
Its McDonald's offers sticky rice balls served with fried chicken, spices, and chili sauce.
Is that just like a slab
Wash
of
it down
rice?
with black currant fruit tea, which comes in this fun purple juice pouch.
Behold the slab.
McDonald's in the United Kingdom
Why is it
might
so
be the best place to stop if
pale?
you'd like to try food from around the world.
Of course it's fucking UK. Of course it's UK. Of course the worst looking one visually immediately before you even put it in your mouth is from fucking England.
Yep, its limited edition menu offers items like the Indian chicken and the Canadian stack.
Holy fuck. England. Even in your McDonald's collabs, you can't come up with your own shit? You had to steal it?
Some chicken in there, lettuce, tomato, onions, and of course the naan on the outside. If you like garlic and you like chutney...
When they know their food is so
you'll love
bad.
it.
When your food is so fucking bad, you're just like, well, what about that one place that we used to own? Well, let's just make it based on that. Like that works, right?
Ooh, okay, crispy onions and bacon
Hydration?
and sauce and lettuce and 2 burger patties. That's it.
You can also just stick to classic UK flavors and get a traditional bacon roll. It's bacon served
Oh, I
on
don't
a
like
roll
the
with
way
ketchup
that
or
looks
brown
at all.
sauce.
The bacon in there is actually quite good.
So tell us, would you consider eating at a McDonald's while traveling?
At this point, no. At this point, no. I've actually changed my mind. Thank you for curing my disillusionment. I no longer believe that teriyaki burgers would be any good. So nope. I'm very happy with my American slop. Thank you. I took Lucier's advice for the last year. Oh God, I'm worried about what I said because I usually give facetious advice. All right, my resolution is be less scared and go outdoor rock climbing more. Jesus Christ, how the fuck are you supposed to teach yourself to be less scared? Maybe you should That's a good question. I agree with this girl. Watch me play more horror games so that you will be less scared because you'll watch me and you'll be like, wow, it's stupid to be I am such a bitch. Why did I immediately start turning it into being about myself? Scared of things. And then you will learn not to be scared. A little bit of effort. Ah! What? What kind of arrogant fucking whore hears somebody say something earnest like, oh, how do I be less scared? And then makes it about her own content. What a fucking shill. Psychoid TV, welcome, hi. Oh. 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 I didn't realize. I hate this fucking clip because I really scream. I hate this fucking clip. I hate this fucking clip. He's wearing my shirt! Oh my God. Oh God, I'm scared. Did I inspire you to change your life for real? I thought my advice was shit. I'm scared. I know it's gonna jump out at me. Yeah, I saw that coming a mile away. It's helping. It's working. I hated this one. I hated this game. I loved this game, but I hated it. I hated it. I hated how much it was my exact. I'm so dead. I'm not looking. I can't look. I can't look. I can't look. I can't look. And I couldn't look, and I still didn't look. I just closed my eyes. If I can't see it, it can't hurt me. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad my suffering actually turned out useful for you. No, really, good job on improving your life. I'm just shocked that watching me be a pussy actually helped. But I'm glad to always be a help and an inspiration in any way. Wait, what is this? Top rage moments from VSoccer 2025. Huh. Oh yeah. Remember when I became a soccer god for like a day?
Michi and this ref having a little bit of a go at it. But on the other side of things, it's Megalodon and Fillion.
Do you want, what do you want from submitting this? Do you want commentary?
As they take the
I hate watching them celebrate. It just made me so angry. That's why I got so competitive, because just like watching other people celebrate and dunk on me made me so mad. This is why I can't play PvP. I'll take it too seriously. I'll like start fucking caring about my ELO.
Love that conversation.
Damn.
Absolutely. And that's a direct rebuttal to the on the ground.
Got her ass. Got her ass.
Out there.
That's what she gets for celebrating with Fillion in such a fucking obnoxious way. I don't regret it.
Lucy says I've had enough.
I don't regret it. I don't regret it.
This is not what I expected from Lucy. She spent the previous portion of the game playing.
This is not what I expected from Lucy. Not a single fucking clip, stream, moment, Twitter post, YouTube short, YouTube clip. Not a fucking single thing about me ever seen before from this commentator.
Pretty passive, especially during the drills as well. Very laid back, passive player. But now, I don't know what Michi has said, but it's almost like she's ignited something.
Oh my God, I forgot about being assaulted.
Within Lucy. And you know what? I don't hate it. The fact that she's being able to ensure that the ball goes through.
Chatty, I'm sorry you had to see that. That's, wow, one of the worst moments of my life right there.
Whilst just stood in the goal as well. No easy feet. Ooh,
Can anyone not believe that this was rigged after you saw the referee just smack my ass when they thought no one was looking?
There's a shove right there.
Yeah.
Because I rejected their advances, they screwed us over.
Oh, taunting her as well.
Wow. Just hopped off a game of Fortnite. And
unbelievable.
This is
dude, my hair is tweaking
what you
out.
Don't want to see there. Now Michi's on the ground doing something.
Michi truly kept the team morale up the entire time.
Michi does it again.
Oh my God, referee, no!
No, green card for that one.
Yeah, we might have to start inventing new colors for these players. There it is!
Devastation in chat is
Rage bait. I
absolutely
can't believe I let her
painful.
get a dub. I can't believe I let her get a dub. Total bullshit. Total bullshit. Total bullshit. Worst collab of my life, obviously. No, it was so fun. Worst collab of my life. Bugs Bunny in the Backrooms? What the hell is this? Why is it so scary already? Hello? 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 What? That's Bugs Bunny. Hi, Bugs Bunny. Hey. What are you doing? Do you think Bugs Bunny and Judy from Zootopia know each other? Oh my god. That's a great skill to have in the back room.
Gizmo Beach and all the claims we can eat. What a way for a Dutch to travel. Underground. Hey, wait a minute. Since when
You
is
can even
Gizmo
travel
Beach
that?
inside a cave? I wonder, you know, I just bet we should have turned left at Albuquerque. And then maybe a right turn at La Jolla.
Oh my god. Oh my god! This is scarier than any of the monsters in the actual backrooms to be- What the hell?! What the hell?! Wait, this is actually the scariest backrooms content I've ever seen. No way, no way, no way.
Take a peek up and see if he's still around. Righto.
Righto! He's dead.
Is he still there? Still lurking about? I tell you what, you go up and act as a decoy
No!
and
Bugs
lure him
Bunny,
away.
no!
No more for me, thanks. I'm driving.
No, wait, why is this actually spooky? It's giving me little goosebumps. What is this pure cinema?
Now get going. Well, all right.
Well, all right.
Come on, step on it. All right, stop shoving. Oops, hold it. Back here and shut up.
Wait, how's he alive again? The evil creature. What is that thing called? What the hell?
Jeez, did you see those prizes?
La criatura. That's Tweety Bird, I think, after it drank something. Wait, this is all a metaphor about how drinking turns you into a monster.
Come on, let's get out of here before he comes to. Take your hands off of me. I came up here to get those solid gold goodies, and I ain't leaving without them. On account of I am greedy.
At least he's honest about it.
Brother. Boy, am I well out of here.
Oh. What are those things called again? They're kind of like the original Chad face. Moai? He's kind of, yeah, it's got like yaoi facial structure. Damn, that was peak, actually. That was incredible editing. I would watch a series of Bugs Bunny in the Backrooms. Genuinely, I would. Pure cinema, truly. Wait, I already had that open. What the heck? Save me, Toxic Fujoshi. What is this?
Save me, Toxic Fujoshi. Toxic Fujoshi. Toxic Fujoshi.
I let you suffer.
Save me.
I let you
Jesus
struggle.
Christ, a Toxic Fujoshi. Toxic Fujoshi! When the Toxic Fujo femcell exists.
Why were they posting about me? Gabriel, if that really is your name, you can just say hi in my chat whenever you want. I'm right here. Toxic Fujoshi is right here. I never left. Tried out the Code Vein demo made of Lucy Pyre. Oh my god, she looks just like me! Why does she have nipples behind her? Why are there like nipples here? You guys see that? Am I crazy? We got like nipples. Is this a good game? Is this an ad? Are you advertising? Wait, this is so cute. Oh my god, such a cute photo. Oh, wow, the cinema. Pure cinema. Wow. They're advertising to me. They're advertising to me. They want me to play this game. Code Vein 2? I think Code Vein is Weeb Dark Souls. What's wrong with that? Based. Chatty, this is the thing that I was telling you about, and somebody found it, and then they put it in my Reddit so that you guys could see it. I described this to you. This is literally me in the future.
Hey, Kev. Hey, buddy. Guys, hey. Thanks for visiting. Got you some flowers. Oh, man, thanks. So how you doing, pal? Yeah, it's been good. It's been a year since my last incident, so... Oh, good. That's awesome. That's great to hear.
That's actually
yeah,
it's been a while since I've seen you guys, hasn't it?
Yeah, what's been like 8 years?
8 years, yeah.
No, it's been more like 6 years. Maybe 7. 6? 6, 7.
It's me! It's me, Chatty! This is me!
6, 7! 6, 7! What did you do? 6, 7! 6, 7!
6, 7!
I'm sorry! Where are you taking him? 6, 7! 6, 7! 6, 7! 6, 7!
Chatty, you may laugh. You may laugh. But that's literally me in the future. I'm probably gonna be 70 and somebody's gonna say 6, 7 and I'm gonna say 6, 7 and then at that point, nobody's gonna be alive who even cares or thinks about it anymore, but that's gonna be me. And you guys are gonna make me relapse and I'm gonna say 6, 7 and you're gonna be like, Lucy, that bit was 12 years ago on stream. But I'll never escape. I'll never truly escape. Alright, what do we have here? Why Slav squat?
This is a Slav.
By the way, I just want to let you guys know that somebody put this on Reddit and then said that it was like Lamelda lore, which by the way, why are you guys racially profiling my chatters? Why you can't just say just because they're Russian. No, all Russians are the same probably.
He likes to eat семечки and drink компот. He likes going out with
the
friends.
Subtitles, okay.
To dance to hard bass. He likes playing CSGO on computer. But most of all, he likes to squat down. But you ask, why do Slavs squat so much? Well, let me show you. Yes, Boris!
Press 1 if you're Slav. Press 2 if you're American by birth because everyone else is American.
Now you see, some people think that Slav squatting is some kind of a joke. They see, Boris, I have never seen
No, come to think of it, they really do squat a lot.
You have never been to Kopnik part of Slav countries, where squatting with friends is as natural part of one's day as to others it is to watch television or going to pub to drink with friends. But you see, not everyone is granted those privileges. For you see, when you are brought up in a poor region in Eastern Europe like me, then the streets are all the entertainment and social interaction that you need.
This is like it was in my hometown, except instead of being outside, we did have the bare minimum of civilization of a Walmart, so everybody would go hang out at the Walmart. But I never hung out because I didn't have friends. Wow. Now that's connection. That's community.
So why do Slavs squat? Because it feels good. And it gives you opportunity to communicate with people that are already squatting. And not just that, Slav squatting is much more natural position than sitting down.
Why do you guys look constantly ready to take a shit though? Like you're not just squatting, you're like shit squatting.
Originates from. The Slav squat
like that is shit squatting.
From Russian prison culture. Imagine this, you are thrown into a cell with 50 other gopniks. All the prison benches are taken or broken, and the ground is cold and dirty. So what do? You bend your knees, squat down to full heel for longer endurance, and you think to yourself, how did I get to prison again? But overall, for the modern
many such cases, I just break out.
Many things. Most of all,
Talon back and thank you for so welcome and KGUI. Thank you for the 3 months, appreciate it.
Beer and семечки with your friends. Because come on,
these subtitles are fucking taking me out.
Standing takes too much energy and is generally overrated. And this also means that squatting is a social activity, more common in Eastern Slav countries, where the Kopniks drink their 2-liter bottles of light beer and smoke their cigarettes with a side of vodka. And when you're
So
squatting
this is
down,
what they mean when they all say, like, they have the type of sadness in their eyes that you only see in Eastern European gay porn. Because they always have sadness in their eyes.
you have very low center of gravity. This allows you to squat indefinitely, or if the situation requires, jump up and run towards or from something. And that, my friends,
I've never seen a more Russian picture before in my life. This is the most Russian guy. There's no one in the world who's more Russian than this guy right here.
situation requires, jump up and run towards or from something. And that, my friends, is why Slavs squat. Because it's good and because they can.
Because they can.
If you're still not convinced and you are not sure if the squat life is for you, here are some more high quality examples. This is what we call the infinity
What the
squat.
fuck?
Good for practicing your
This is gay porn intro! This is a Slavic gay porn intro!
balance and essential part of the Gopnik weight loss program. Very well done. This is the contemplation squat. Every smart Gopnik will do this right before
I think
buying
I've hit
a
the
vodka.
contemplation
This is
squat
the
once or
supportive
twice
squat
in my life.
with a will of strength
This is, if you're a foot guy, this is like the perfect squat for you.
and character. The historic squat for just in case that
This
you're
one's
in time
classy.
travel. The celebratory squat for when you make your first very own jar of mayonnaise.
What?
The preparation squat when you're getting ready for
Is that a
battle.
cardboard gun?
And the victory squat.
Why do they all look like they're ready to go and... Damn.
For when the battle has been
Yeah,
won.
that's crazy.
You see some people they squat for fun. Some squat because it helps
Play
them
IRL
absorb
Torko.
alcohol. Some do it just to honor their Slav heritage. Others do it because it is written in their genetic code. Maybe you might do it because you feel it is your duty as a Slav. Or maybe this is how you feel most comfortable while making compote. Perhaps it increase your cooking skill by 100 and give you the skill of finally making that soup you always wanted. Maybe it helps you to bring out the Slavness in your eyes. Or maybe you just want to take the role of being kakadu for one day. The legend says that while squatting, the blood flow to legs is limited,
vodka?
and this increases your brain power by 5 times. And that explains why all the Kopniks are chatting all the time, contemplating hypotheses of existence, and of course making phone calls
How are there so many pictures of them squatting? I don't
to
understand.
everyone they can reach. So you see, my friends,
Okay, but don't feel bad because apparently if Slavics do the squat, Americans do the lean. So there's this thing called the American lean where Americans lean on things all the time. And unfortunately, it's true. I lean all the time as well. I have the American lean. I just like to lean on things. I don't like to stand up straight.
the question is not with Slavs squat, but
I
why the
love
rest of the
lean! Of
world
course you do,
does
moderator.
not. Well, thank you friends for watching this educational video. I do hope it helps, and I encourage you to try the Slav squat if you are
Yeah, that helps a lot. I learned a lot about Slavic people today. I learned quite a bit. It's the all-new Lucy Can Goonergy drink. Supplies limited. Use code Lucy. You really have to stop leaking things before th're ready because I just lost thousands of dollars from this post. My contract is cooked. Why is that a dick? Wait, am I crazy? This is like a penis. Like that looks like a the Spidey cock. Oh, my Spidey senses are tingling, he says, while Mary Jane is like slobbering all over it. I'm really confused. What the hell is this? I guess I have to watch it. What is this vibe? You've never seen a joystick? That ain't no I mean, yeah, that is a joystick, but not the kind that you use to play video games, the kind that you use to give yourself lots of joy. It literally looks like a penis!
Black Friday approaches, and that means one thing. Grandma's out getting trampled just to get you the same old gift. Crappy video
Many
games.
such cases.
Oh, you got me Monopoly this year for the Nintendo 64? Well, this would have been great back in 1864. You know, when it was impressive just to not die from being 35.
So true.
We all got games like this. You know the ones.
35's a
bottom
death
of the bin.
sentence.
and
That's why
literally
people say
bottom of the
women
bin
are
at the
cooked when they're
grocery store.
35.
But in this category,
Subtitles?
one genre reigns supreme.
Use your ears! And then there's one like deaf person in here who's really mad at me for saying that. Sorry.
The plug and play games. You know, one of these. Why buy your loved ones a $50 SpongeBob game for their Wii in which you have to, put the disc in and figure out
I'd
which
play the
cords
SpongeBob
plug in
game.
from the box machine into the TV, and then you gotta maybe switch it on, and who knows what else from there. When for $20, you can get them the magical device that plugs right into their TV,
You wouldn't
already
hear
has
it
the game
anyway.
inside of it,
How would
and
they hear you say it? Because they can see me, they can read my lips, and from the swaying of my tits, they can interpret what I mean.
also a toy of SpongeBob's face. That's like what? It's like 18
That's his dick
toys in
too.
one.
What the hell?
Now, plug-and-play games have been around for decades, but their true rise to popularity began in the early 2000s, led by a company called Jack's Pacific. Remember, this was before downloadable content and virtual console re-releases were widespread. The most you'd see were those GBA ports of NES games, so at the time it made sense. Of course people were gonna be like, you're telling me there were 10 classic Namco video games in this one small box that looks like a tiny version of the bigger box it used to be in? Well, sign me and the rest of them.
Chatty, if Mrs. Pac-Man came out today, there would be a sizable amount of people on Twitter calling it woke slop.
America, we got a couple of years for the house.
Oh, look! Now we have to make Pac-Man a woman!
In crisis, let's have some fun! So basically, what started as an innocent way to port some classic video games in a novel way spiraled into a massive business. I mean, these things were everywhere. Look at the ones I have. These two are both classic Namco games. Pretty cool. Standard stuff. There's a lot of these in the Marvel Superheroes series. This one's on Spider-Man, I guess. Hey, Spidey, you think you could, back off a bit?
Damn, that's a cool controller,
a watched
actually.
man never plays. A lot of these are just a penis. This one is Spider-Man's penis.
Yeah, they'd be
Bombs
mad that
away.
Mrs. Pac-Man doesn't have GGG titties. That would be their one valid argument. That's a valid argument. They should have made Miss Pac-Man have big tits.
This one
that
is
was a loss.
Fantastic Four's creepy golem penis.
Why do they all look like
Okay,
penises?
is
Am
this
I
good?
losing
Is
my
this
mind?
bad?
I'm gonna go
Oh,
crazy.
I'm sorry, man. I kind of have to do this. Oh my goodness, that's a bit
Okay, that
barbaric,
one
isn't
doesn't
it?
look like a penis.
Poor
That's the
bastard.
first non-penis.
Weird, gross.
This is
Ew,
also not a
this is
penis.
that's the Shrek one. This one is my personal favorite.
Oh my God,
Spider-Man
why is he-
points at your dick while
Why
you
is
play.
he running?
You can't make that up. That's
He's
really
in
how they designed
receiving
this.
position.
What the hell were they thinking? Deal or no deal? No deal. Scooby's really going to town on the back of the mystery machine here, and Fred's like, oh, Scoob, no, it's a kid's show, don't. I mean, to be honest, most of the games aren't horrible. The Scooby-Doo one's pretty appealing. The graphics are nice. Even the Marvel ones aren't bad. They're basically side-scrolling beat-em-ups, although I assume anyone would get tired of these before long. But don't get me wrong. There are the bad ones.
Oh yeah,
Like the one where the
Spider-Man
plunder
is
was
shooting
sealed for
webs.
the lizard. Forever and ever. Oh, there he is. Wonderful. Shrek Golf.
Imagine just walking the streets of New York while Spider-Man is flying above you, and then a spiderweb just falls down, gets all over your face, and it's just like white and sticky, and you're like, Spider-Man!
I asked for this? But of course, as to be expected, any good fad comes with its fair share of bootlegs. I mean, why don't you just go ask our good friend Robert Kopp over here? Oh, and of course, don't forget everyone's favorite crime-fighting alliance, Sense of Right. Everyone's here. Batman, Superman.
Does that Batman have a pink bat symbol? I can't believe they fucking went woke with Batman too. He's gay?
Shrek, a car. Oh no.
Why is Shrek so green? That is the wrong shade of green for Shrek.
Shrek, a car.
This doesn't even look like them at all.
No.
This is so
What
bad.
I'm saying is, it didn't take long for counterfeiters to hop on the plug-and-play gravy train. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, are you sitting? Game Phillip. Perfect for
Game
children
Phillip.
with no necks. Finally, a game system.
Ah, yes, Chatty. A
Perfect
toy
for-
gun with no orange tip. This can only end well if we put it in the hands of children.
Children with no necks. Finally, a game system for me! Digital stereo sound, high-tech controller, dazzling 3D graphics, and spectacular color. And to top it off, 88 games in one.
88
what can
in
I
one?
say?
Whoa!
I'm sold. Wait, hold on. 8-bit game? I thought you said it was dazzling 3D graphics.
What the hell?
Philip, make up your goddamn mind. This thing has the audacity to promote as a selling point that it comes with AV cables. Yeah, don't even get me started on the previous version.
Damn.
I can make this work. All right, enough about the box. Let's
That fish is Slavic.
talk about what's actually on this thing. Okay, Spider-Man. I know that. This ought to be good. Oh, it actually is kind of good. But it's just a port of the NES title. In fact, this whole thing is just NES ports with mistranslated titles. 634 Ken? Never heard of that one. Ooh, that's a real winner.
Oh wow, this gameplay. They just don't make it like they used to. Thank God.
Hey, they were right. That's the smallest Mario I've ever seen. He's so small you can't fucking see him. Yeah, but these are just ports. I'm looking for something I've never seen before. When am I gonna get to the good stuff? Maybe I'll find something in the, Power Cracker. Which according to the game box is the greatest game machine in the planet.
Power Cracker.
Well, what are we waiting for? Get it out of there. Start digging. This one claims to have 76,000 games on it. Damn, if that's true, I'll be playing this for my entire life. Oh my God. There really are 76,000.
Now, the funny thing about Power Cracker is it becomes wildly offensive if you just switch around the order of the words.
I guess I'll order some takeout. Toy Story? Huh, wonder what this one's like. Circus Charlie, huh? Yeah, I don't remember that from the movie. Again, this is just a bunch of mislabeled titles from the NES. I mean, there's not a single original game in here. What kind of human being does this? I mean, why'd they stop at 76,000? Why didn't they just say 1,000,000 games, 1 billion?
True, why
Sky's
not?
the limit when you don't give a shit. Well, I mean, why don't we just try Super Mario? I mean, at least I know what I'm getting into.
Okay. Mr. Mary.
I have several questions. Mad? Who, me? No, I'm not mad. I mean, who's mad? How could I be mad when I bought a video game console that has Circus Charlie under 5,000 fucking different names? I'm fine! Crack this!
This is so peak.
Okay, this is it. I think this may be my final chance to find
I can't get over receiving possession, Spider-Man.
game machine that no one has ever seen before. Luckily for us, I think I saved the best for last. The pro games player. You a games player? You want to be a pro? Then you're gonna need this, sucker. It's got 51 games in one, and they all look original, so I'm pretty excited to see what this has got to offer. Let's load it up and see something life-changing.
They got
What?
that
No.
N64 controller.
No, it can't just be NES games again. The back of the box said it had original games. God damn.
And you believed it?
What? Well, there they are.
Is this a creepypasta?
Why? Wait. You're telling me I have to
This is gonna have Ben drowned in it, isn't it?
take out the cartridge to play the games?
What the
I
hell?
think I'm supposed to be upset right now, but more or less, I think I've just gone fully numb.
This is a creepypasta.
Well, we gotta start this off the right way, so of course I'm gonna pick Hitting Mices. You know, this one really stood out to me, and I think they wanted it to, mainly because they printed it
What
twice
the
on the
hell?
back of the box.
This is so scary.
Oh, complete with Nightmare.
looks so scary!
Hitting Mices? Mices. What, mice wasn't good enough for you? You want to hit more? You want to pluralize the plural so you can hit more? You're a monster. In this game, you
This
play
is
as a
actual
cave gorilla
creepypasta,
throwing
what the fuck?
seemed to be, what is that, beanbags? At mice who are climbing up your wall. Now, you gotta hit those mices, but you want to cushion the blow. You don't want them to die from one hit. You want to stop the mice before they curl up in these burrows. Also, it's got this power-up that makes him move faster and is impossible
okay, so
to
you're
play
playing
without.
as the
But that's
scary
basically it,
guy.
gameplay-wise.
I thought we were playing
there's
as the
nothing else
mouse.
to this game. All right, next. Exist? Yeah, I've been trying.
Exist.
A good game poses a philosophical question. A masterpiece does it right in the title. Look at that copyright year, 2005-18784. Man, it's gonna be a while till fair use kicks in on this one. No modding. Ah, it's a fish
Copyright
game.
claimed immediately.
I definitely got that from the title. This is basically just Feeding Frenzy, except it's got this 8-second loop of music that's driving me crazy. Now, I'm not exaggerating here. I timed it. It's 8 seconds long. Come to think of it, this music's probably enjoyable for one kind of guy. A fish with a 6-second memory span.
True, that's immersive as fuck.
You know, I got a philosophical question myself. Why am I still playing this? All right, what's next? Let's boot up Cute Fish.
Cute fish.
Okay.
Ah, it's
Cute fish?
It's kind
Where
of
is he?
cute, kind
You mean
of.
this guy?
It's kind of cute.
I don't think you mean this guy.
It's kind of
All
cute.
right, well, at least we're past that horrible title screen.
What the hell?
I see. Yes, I certainly do
What the hell is
understand what is
this?
happening here. Okay, yeah. Cute fish. I get it.
What?
I don't get it. It's come to my
What?
attention that a lot of these games are aquatic themed. This one's called Corridor. What a beautiful name she has.
Wow, these are
Too bad
great
she's gonna lose her pretty
games.
face soon because she's going headlong at the goddamn speed of light into a bunch of bullshit. Help! And she's off. And by that I mean she disintegrated.
Wow.
She's dead. And this is M Day with an underscore in the title because that makes
I think we all owe an apology to indie slop games on Steam. They're really not that bad compared to what slop games used to be.
sense. Also, we have Danger Zone. Oh, let me tell you about it. What was so appealing about the underwater genre that they had to make this many of them? Is it because it was easier to program, or was it just because 90% of the backgrounds was just blue?
It really could be
Next
so much
game,
worse, Chatty.
Waterfire.
This looks like another
Okay, yeah,
creepypasta.
see a lot of the
You
wa-
could genuinely use this as like the basis of another Five Nights at Freddy's universe and make billions of dollars. Like, this is genuinely creepy shit. And the thing is, it actually did exist.
Not so sure about the fire. I've been sitting here for like 10 minutes and I genuinely can't figure out how this one works. I think you're supposed to shoot only one certain color of barrel, green or red, but it doesn't matter which one you
Teaching
shoot. The guy
racism
on the
to
right
children is
always
insane.
wins. Why? For what reason? We cannot
Wait, there is commentary! There's social commentary here!
live in a world of chaos! Also, in regular fashion, the sound will cut out at will.
Chatty. The blue one. Blue equals man. Pink equals woman. The man always wins. Holy Wokler!
And then come back. And then cut back out.
And just like that, it's gone like an angel's kiss.
Next
It
up,
all makes
Xmas
sense. It's
gift.
all coming
I
together.
just know it's gonna feel like Christmas in here in a minute. Bootleg Santa's on a watch. Looks like he's got a couple of them
His
bootleg
eyes.
up
Why
there.
does this shit look AI generated before AI generation was a fucking thing?
There. I wonder what he's seeing. I wonder if he can see. Now hang on a sec. Is this game called Xmas Gift or Gift Xmas? Or maybe the title is an equation. Gift times mass equals
The theory of happiness?
Nah, scratch that. Some dumb idiot probably just don't get English. One Christmas night, evil Cloud Santa had a plight. His temper was not mild. He threw gifts at every man, woman, and
What
child.
the hell is this?
Hold on, actually.
Why does
It's just
Santa look
one
evil?
Child. Yeah, I'm
He
talking
does look
shit like
evil. He
hamsters,
looks genuinely
bananas, lemon
angry.
squeezes
What
that
the
cause
fuck?
brain damage, apparently. I'm not sure what's happening here, but it can't be good. Oh my god! Merry Christmas!
Genuine creepypasta fuel.
You know, at first
If I
was
discovered
being
this
harsh,
when
but
I
I've
was
come to
13,
realize
I would
this
have made a
game is actually
creepypasta
very
universe
well
so
researched.
profound
It
you guys would have
recreates
been
the
hearing
ancient
about it
German
today.
Christmas time tradition. We go out in the snow with the frying pan and try to catch Santa Claus's evil gifts from the sky. It is a great time for Urkinder and Deutschland.
What the
Okay,
hell?
let's get out of here before Santa notices. I don't want to get on this guy's bad list. Okay, moving on. Audacity snakes?
What is
You
this?
talking about Audacity? It is City. That's just a snake from the Jungle Book.
Audacity,
That's
it is
Todd.
City.
They used the same exact snake, except
that's
this
actually
time it
kinda
looks
big.
like he peed on the rug and got in trouble for it. Bad snake! Bad! You're copyrighted.
Why does it kind of look like
this game.
the one snake from Jungle Book?
It's fucking snake. It's fucking
Oh,
shitty.
wow. Wow. Original game. Original game. Original game.
You know what? I am not leaving until somebody tells me where Audacity fits in all this. I'll just move on to the next game. I need to get through this before I get a
It's
goddamn
so
coronary.
slow. Pop Monster. Another creepypasta bait.
I'm going. Pop Monster is jump to the next platform. The game. Baby, you don't need to jump. You have your choice of
That's
not one,
it?
but 3 spiral staircases back there. You don't gotta risk it.
This might be
It's
the
just
worst
this.
platformer I've ever seen
Over.
in my life.
And over. And the music is
Wow,
just
that's uniquely bad.
Over, then over, then over, next.
What?
This one's called Trooper. And I think the only trooper I see here was the title screen itself. Hang in, buddy, we're sending backup. In this game, everyone is falling to Earth, and it's your job to murder them all. Press Y to blink around like a wizard. Am I breaking it? Is this breaking it? Please, God, let's just be breaking it. This type of game seems to be coming up frequently as well.
Shooting cum
Space
shots in the
Invaders
sky.
clones. It's not really a shmup because you're not going anywhere. Things are just kind of falling at you. We got Robot, literally the same as Trooper. Archer. You play as a man who throws arrows with his
What?
bare hands.
It's the
I
same
believe
thing.
we may be missing one of the 2
It's
major
the same
ingredients in archery here. Perhaps
No,
this is
just
how
throw
archery
the
got
arrow, bro.
started.
Just throw
Up there
it.
exists, getting a bit
It's
of
training,
philosophy
it's
in here.
practice.
Aether Fighter, just another version of Trooper, except this time you shoot pineapples. And Final Man. That's epic. He's the last one. Except he isn't. Because there's at least 2 or 3 other men over here. You're a liar. Wow, I'm getting fucking tired
He's
of
the
this.
final man of
please,
his
don't
army.
forget
Come
the star
on, don't play
attraction
dumb.
here. Shooting balloons.
Baseball.
Or excuse me, I'm sorry, I got this wrong. Actually, this is hootin' balloons. Another Santa Claus game?
Oh.
Hey, this
He's
is the
angry
same
again.
game as Xmas Gift, except this time Santa's not evil. And the graphics are kind of better, I guess. Hold on a second. Is Xmas Gift a bootleg of Santa Claus? A bootleg of a bootleg inside a bootleg
What
system.
the
What kind
hell?
of Christopher Nolan Inception level shit is this?
I'm going deeper, Leo.
Why is it dying? Why is there so
Okay,
much death in the
next,
Santa Claus game?
We got Brave Boy.
Wait, this looks like
At
it
least
could be
the title
peak, guys.
screen
This
looks
could be
decent
peak.
on this one. And hey, I'm a fan of adventure.
I'm a brave boy.
What? What?
Not a
What?
brave enough boy for this!
What even
What?
is this? When a monster catches you in this game, you give it a bath? Not that you'd even be expecting.
There's a very intricate hentai plot to this, I'm sure.
To know that you're doing that because the panel only shows up for
I
a
caught
split
you.
second when you get hit.
Now you
And
gotta
it's not even
clean
you in
my
the picture.
smelly,
It's some
stinky
blue-eyed kid in his
body.
underwear and a cape. Well, to elaborate, by this game's logic, you have to avoid giving things baths long enough to collect balls long enough to unlock this sword in the center that's encased
What
in
is
crystal.
that
This little
creature?
blue guy here can't catch you when you're in the houses or tubes or whatever this is, but the big blue guy can catch you from literally anywhere. Even if the top of his head scrapes you when he's outside of the building and you're inside of the building, he gets you. I'm on a bath, motherfucker. Careful. Yep,
This is incredibly
wow,
good
that boy
slop.
was so brave, he sent someone else to get the sword for him. Magical kitchen! Surprise! It's hell on earth! It's
This
about
is
some
another
suicidal food
creepypasta.
spatula next! Okay, this one is just called Box's World. Look at his
It
bill.
reminds
Look at
me
his
of a
smug
bear
son of
that was
bitch.
really
He knows
popular in the
what he's doing.
2000s.
He's like, yeah, it's a game called Box's World. What do you expect? Mary fucking Poppins? You seen the rest of these? And to top it off, it's just a clone of another game on the Sega Genesis called Shove It, where you slide
Shove It?
boxes around. Yay! Yeah, I think I remember seeing this one on my TI-83 calculator. The vast majority of the games on this system are puzzle games, and most of them are terrible. There are memory games, stacking games. 2 of the games on here I would classify as lawn care games.
What the hell is lawn
They
care?
would be Radish Field and Lawn Purr.
Damn, they had Harvest Moon on there? That
AKA
shit's
cutting
fire.
the goddamn grass. Why would I want to play a game where all I'm doing is chores? Isn't that what games are supposed to help us avoid doing? Especially when there are other such enticing titles on this console, like Stub Gamers, I like to call it, stacking fucking cans. All right, come on, what's next? I'm here for the ride at this point. I'm here till the fat lady sings. All right, we got Germ Killer. Yeah, well, at least it means
I
well.
wanted to say this one. So what is this? What? What? What?
I'm just so sad. I can't explain it.
What? What the hell? This
Next
is
game,
scary!
It's called Way Out. This game better just be a loaded gun or a noose. You promised me this. I have no idea what's going on here. Do you?
What?
She goes right when it points left. She goes left when it points right. There's no logic. There is no way out. Is there? That's what you're trying to tell me, isn't it? I'm stuck here forever playing your barely functional games. Okay, one of the only playable games in here is called Extreme Robot. Surprise though, it's just Contra. I'm getting a little worn out at this point. I think I gotta take a rest. How about we book a room at the Oto Hotel and have a nice night?
Oto
Bosses
Hotel.
are really weird too. They're just, I don't even know what they are. What is that, a
This
Roomba?
peak.
Cardiac valve?
Slop is peaking.
This is the finest bootleg. 4-star, best in the city. Zag it!
Oh boy, I can't wait to see what's up next. We got boxing. Wursel. I'm drawing the line at Boxing Wursel, where they got
Would you play
Mike
this
Tyson
on
next to
stream?
Dwayne The Rock
Yeah.
Johnson. Are they different games? Are they just one big game? So they just, combine the sports then?
You can't make me!
Help
Okay.
me. I'm being held against my will. My address is 123 help.
This is the worst game I've ever played.
Next. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, that one looks pretty cool. I mean, it's
Wait,
ancient
guys, this one
Chinese
has
warfare.
promise.
How
This
could we
one
go
has
wrong?
promise.
Just please give me this one. Just this one.
What? 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 Why are they scary?
It's awful. It's all fucking awful! It's all of it! And every single one of them sucks!
This whole thing is just filled with rip-offs! Police Skill, it's Hogan's Alley. Guard Farm, it's Duck Hunt. Desert Gunman is Wild Gunman. Diamonds, Arkanoid. Close Quarters, Top Gun. Horrible Area, you got that right. Table Tennis, fucking Pong!
Alright,
That's like the best game
One
on there
last
too,
game.
isn't it?
let's give it a shot.
Star, the final frontier. The very last game on the system. Could this be the one to save them all?
It's fucking pink. It's fucking pink. And it's so good. Holy cinema.
You did it, John.
What the hell is
Who,
that?
like Michael Jackson?
You made it. You won with the Casmas.
Oh no. No, this can't be.
You played them all, John. Now you can become a bootleg master yourself.
No, don't
Is he
use your
God?
magic
Is
on
Michael
me.
Jackson God? What the hell? Terrifying.
Thanks for watching JonTron.
What a masterpiece. Truly an art piece. A cinema. A YouTube video of the ages that I've never seen before. Once in my life. Wow, peak cinema. I learned a lot about slop. I learned a lot about life. I did not improve as a person, but I did learn. I did learn a lot. Chatty! How canceled am I after today's stream? It's not my fault. I can't be held responsible for anything I said today because I was eepy. I was an eeper. I was an eeper, okay? So nobody can be mad at me ever. You're not allowed because I'm just a girl. So you can't be mad at me ever. You love me, Chatty? I love you. I love you, Chatty. I had a good time today. I hope you guys did too. Tomorrow we have the Patreon movie night. If you're a part of that, or if you want to be a part of that, then there's a Patreon movie night, usual stream time, and then we watch a movie, and then we talk about the movie, and then we all die all at once. Yeah, we drink the Kool-Aid, and then we just pass away. It's kind of crazy. I keep losing all my patrons and having to start all over again because I keep fucking killing them off, but I just can't stop myself. I love killing. I love murder. I love death. I don't, in case there's Twitch staff watching. I'm just joking, but anyway. Chatty, I love you very much. Thank you for a fun week together. I will probably get my schedule on either Tuesday or late Monday. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. I'm very tired right now. I need to take a nap. I need to go take a nap. But thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. I love you very much, Chatty. And I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye, Chatty. Mwah! Bye-bye.